look at that. 6 straight wins for our San Diego Padres. We're going to reserve the guttural yell. You know, you want to win the series before you drop one. In my opinion, I don't know. We talked about it this morning, but I don't think it stops our excitement in here. Certainly, it's Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with all of you. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Good morning. How about a guttural?
Like that. Ben Higgins, looking very handsome today, Benjamin.
Thank you.
I think that's your color. Navy blue.
Navy blue.
Yeah, I think that's your color. You look good in it.
I have to go to more SDFC games like we did this weekend.
I agree.
City Connect. I look good in the Azul.
You do.
Look good in the City Connects now, too.
Yes, that's the deal. The team store exploded.
It did?
And
oh, my God. Yeah. That's breaking news.
And all of the merchandise ended up at my home on my
oh my goodness
on my children at the same time.
How did that happen?
They walked in yesterday. I go, what did you guys get hit by a City Connect truck? Like shorts and socks and hats and shirt. I go,
hit by a truck?
Hit by a truck. I go, where'd you guys get all this? And Hannah's just looking sheepishly. The other day she said, hey, there's a package. It's got the new, I think it's Machado Jersey in City Connect for Taylor. Would you go open it? Well, I opened the wrong package, and inside I found like 14 of the new City Connect hats. I go, oh my God. Now, she purposefully last year said, I bought way too much merch the year before. I'm not buying any merch. She did not buy one piece of Padres merch in the year 2025. Not one piece of merch, not a towel, not a shirt for the kids, nothing, not a hat. Just kept what we have. And she's made up for it already. She has dropped the hammer at the team store.
She knew what was coming.
Oh, she knew what was coming. And the kids are styling. I mean, they are decked out. The sweatshirt, you lift it up, and there's another one. And then there's the shorts with the Dia de los Muertos patch on it that looks incredible.
La Catrina.
They look so good. Yeah, Dominic says that merch is her baseball cards. And you know, that the difference is, though, Dom, is I go, hey, that's great. Good for you. The kids look awesome. And therein lies the difference. I will say she's
imagine, though, how the value of your kids is going to skyrocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Over time.
The thing is with my cards, that could happen. They're going to outgrow this merch, and we're going to have to give it away. I mean, this is a temporary. It's not like you can wear these shirts forever. They're getting big. They're growing. And, I will say after last week's events with my missus, it's really snuffed out my baseball carding all week.
That doesn't last long.
You know the Tux medicated pads for hemorrhoids when they put it on a match? I am the match. My wife is the hemorrhoid pad.
That's an old commercial.
It's an old commercial.
Where they snuff out the match.
Yeah, there's a match.
The hemorrhoid pad.
So here's my love.
Hemorrhoids are burning.
Yes.
And this pad will cool them off.
Here's my love of baseball cards. And it's a flaming, like, bright, fiery match. And then here comes my hemorrhoid pad to snuff out my love of the game. And so I messed around I'm telling you, in the last 7 days since she told me I have a problem. You got a problem. I think I've played.
You got a problem.
I think I've played with my cards maybe once, maybe twice. I sold a couple, haven't listed anything. So, hey, well done, hemorrhoid pad. Job done. Job well done. What's on? Now I'm on to the next thing.
I saw Matt Waldron yesterday, by the way, just as long as we're on
We're talking about hemorrhoids. Yeah. So I don't know. I what do I do, Paulie? I got a text from one of the dads on my little league team yesterday, by the way. He goes, hey, dude, I heard you're really into baseball cards. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, my buddy was listening, and he said that you like you're obsessed with him. I go, well, I was until the Tux medicated pad came along. And he goes, oh, dude, I got way into it years ago. He goes, my wife thinks I'm insane. She goes, but I'm about to make $6,000 selling the new Topps Chrome football. So he's like a reseller. And I'm like, so then he goes, look at all these I got back from PSA today. And he sent me all his incredibly beautiful Roman Anthony rookies and all these cards. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah, Yeah, that could have been me. It could have been me. But mission accomplished, babe.
Sounds like he's kept the emotion out of it.
No, he's very emotional.
He's emotional?
He's
All right.
way into it. You have to be to be a flipper and do what he's doing. So, but yeah, I guess I'm not done, but the thrill is gone right now. So if that was the goal, great job. You did it. You did it. So I don't know really where to go from here. If maybe find a new passion or something to devote my time to.
Little League coaching.
That's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
I got 4 games in 5 days coming up just with Bo.
Just Bo's team.
Jeez.
We have triple.
That's a major league level schedule at this point.
Tell me about it. Except you know what the difference in that is?
There a travel day in there? You guys have to get to Cincinnati in between or something?
So the difference in the big leagues is this. Craig Stammen doesn't have to say, hey, Campy, you just caught 3 innings. You can't catch anymore. You're done. You're going to go play short. I am. You guys don't understand. We were up at 3:00 this morning, Hannah and I was like, well, I don't know who to pitch Friday because Friday, we got to save somebody good for Saturday and Sunday. But then you have to have a certain amount of catchers and they can't pitch and all my catchers pitch. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm a nervous wreck about it because it's really hard to manage because you have to watch pitch counts and all that stuff, which is good. Ultimately, it's a good thing. But I'm like, I don't even know how to do a spreadsheet, but I think I need to figure out like a spreadsheet to figure it all out with the rules and everything else. It's really, really a lot to manage.
There might be something about spreadsheets in that book I got you for Christmas. How to use the internet for seniors.
For seniors, yeah.
Yeah, it might have a little chapter on spreadsheets or
You
Google
love
Sheets.
looking up the Padres relief pitcher usage chart.
That's
essentially a spreadsheet.
That's
you
true.
just have to create your own pitcher usage chart with the colors and like the more pitches they throw, the red you put it in red and the less you put it in green
or yellow.
You look and I can pitch the green guys, but I can't pitch the red guys coming up.
It's just crazy, man. It's not, it's not crazy. It's how you have to do it. Otherwise, you would get the dads that are like, no, this is my best pitcher. He threw 65 pitches yesterday. He's going to go 65 today and he's going to go 65 on Sunday. Can't do that. Can't do that to a 9-10-year-old. You just can't. So trying to figure out how that works. But it's a lot. It's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we have Monday off and then we're back at it Tuesday, which is nuts. So just gotta figure out. And it's not like you can have one kid go like a CG unless he's getting like 3 pitch innings, like ground ball. Then, yeah, maybe you could. I think the rule is you can't pitch him more than 4 innings in a row. So even then, you couldn't do it. So it's quite a conundrum.
No such thing as a CG anymore.
No, not in Little League, which for good reason. You don't need Little Leaguers throwing CGs. You really don't.
It used to be innings, like 6 a week or something.
Yeah.
And so if you wanted to go 6 and just finish
and
the
then
game.
Be done.
Yeah, it happened for sure when we were growing up, but they don't allow that anymore.
No, yeah, you could. I think it was an innings limit, not a pitch count.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No one actually can. You can throw.
Is that better?
You can
throw
42
40 pitches in an inning
and like keep going. Oh, he's still got 5 innings left.
That's it. You're right. You just hit it on the head. I just remembered that. It was an innings limit, not a pitch count. And now it's a full on pitch count.
Now think about it. It totally makes way more sense.
100%.
To be on a pitch count rather than an innings limit. An inning could be a wildly different amount of pitches, and we didn't even care about it back then. But now, of course, they want to protect arms, and they actually make you count the pitches.
Yeah. That's what we'll be doing. Trying to figure out how that all works. But it makes it difficult. It does. It makes you really think about what's going on and having to think, down the road. That was a quick inning. I could probably get another one out of him, but I got to make sure I don't hit his limit. Because the other thing I've learned is coach says pitch all your kids. Absolutely. I mean, there are kids that don't want to pitch. I've put it out there. Who wants to pitch? And there are kids that are like, not me, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. So I have probably 6 or 7 guys that can pitch, which is good out of 10. So we just got to figure out how manage it in those 18 innings, perhaps, if it goes that far.
You may need to develop another pitcher or two.
Yeah, maybe. How was your day yesterday, Benjamin?
It was good. Went down to Petco Park pregame, went down to the clubhouse, chatted with mostly other members of the media, but as I mentioned, did see Alec Jacob and Matt Waldron, who were both in the Padres clubhouse. Of course, Alec Jacob was activated onto the roster when Nick Pivetta was placed onto the injured list, and we can talk about what Craig Stammen had to say about Nick Pivetta. And then Matt Waldron revealed that he is planning to start on Friday. Craig Stammen did not reveal that. He said, we'll probably put him in someday coming up soon. Waldron was a little more specific and said, I'm planning it's Friday is when I'm going to start for the Padres.
So right when the scrums and stuff were going on, I had a rookies game. So the update is Nicky P is going to be on the
IL.
15-day IL.
Yes.
So Nicky P's on the IL. Alec Jacob was called up
to give them an extra member of the bullpen during this series against the Mariners, and then presumably could be sent back down to make room for Matt Waldron, who's in the clubhouse but not activated off of his rehab assignment yet officially, but that will happen probably on Friday. Craig Stammen was not specific, though. Matt Waldron was.
So you will see Alec Jacob, the next 2 nights because you've got him. He's there.
Correct.
He's ready to go. If you get a lead, you get behind.
Big lead, yeah. Deficit, Alec Jacob, definitely available for the Padres.
Yeah, okay. So then he'll get sent right back down, more than likely, and Matty Waldron will be towing the slab on Friday night.
Correct.
All right, easy peasy.
Yeah. He looked good. I mean, Matt Waldron seemed happy to be back. He's a very calm.
He is.
Calm individual. Like standing in the middle of the scrum. It's a bit of a maelstrom. You've got cameras all around you, media jockeying with microphones, but he looked completely relaxed and at ease to be back. And I'm sure it's fun to be back in the big league clubhouse rather than on rehab assignment in El Paso.
Absolutely.
It's an upgrade, no doubt about it. But he seemed very just self-assured and ready to be back and hopefully ready to continue what he's been doing really since spring training. And that is throwing strikes as well as we have ever seen him. Throwing strikes, throwing harder.
Yep.
The knuckleball, less usage, but still using it.
Yeah,
throwing that a little harder too, like over 80 now on
what
the
a wrinkle.
knuckler. Not trying to tip too much about how he's going to use it, but said, we'll still break it out. It's a hard pitch to hit, especially when they don't know it's coming. If it's every time the knuckleball, like they're just waiting on it, like it's not easy to hit, but it's possible. But when you don't know it's coming, he says that makes it even a more effective pitch in his mind.
How was you talk about him being calm. Craig Stammen also, I believe, is a very calm guy. Is that something, Ben, that you find when you're in the clubhouse that permeates the clubhouse? Does it feel different than years past? Or is it just, hey man, we're on a good streak. We're going to ride it out. We know it's not going to last forever. Just is it business like? What's the vibe like? Because I haven't been down this year.
I would say, and you probably won't believe this, but absolutely the same as it was when they were 2-5 and now when they are 11-6. I don't really notice any difference whatsoever. And it is calm. I don't think the players
it was loose when they were 2-5.
It was, it was, and still the same. It's not a carnival down there. No. I mean, they don't have fire eaters and jugglers and they're not celebrating all over the place. It's business-like, as it always usually is, as it was under Mike Shildt. I don't think the players are that much different under Craig Stammen. I do sense perhaps the staff is a lot more at ease with Craig Stammen as manager, and that makes sense based on some of the reports that came out after Mike Shildt stepped down, that he was difficult on some of his staff members, and that created some friction and tension. I don't sense any of that anymore inside the Padres clubhouse.
That's good. I mean, that's good. That's good to know. But again, I had the conversation with my 8-year-old last night, of, hey man, it's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel blue. It's never as bad as you think. And when you're riding high, it's never as great as you think. I said, the people that make it in anything, You know, in our business, in baseball, in television, in sales, in lawnmower repair, they live in the middle. You know, the more you can live in the middle, that's really the best way. I said, if there's one piece of advice I give you is when things are going great, man, like that's great. Take a moment to take that in. But, you know, don't live there because you can't live at 10 all the time. And I said, when you don't feel great and you do feel blue or sad, it's not as bad as you think. Acknowledge it, sit in it, move on through it. I said, but those that live in the middle are the ones that make it. And it's something that's taken me 50 years to learn. So I said, you're 8. You don't have to figure it all out tonight, dude. But that seems to be, you know, the best way to handle a baseball season, certainly as a player. Now, fans are going to go, we're going to live and die with every pitch. But as a player, you have to live in the middle.
And you can always find the good and the bad at any moment. Right now, the good is very obvious. The Padres are winning a lot, winning 6 in a row.
Yeah, it's great.
But there's also going to be a muted, like guys felt bad for Nick Pivetta, whether it's, you know, longer term or shorter term. They're bummed for him that he has to go to the injured list. He was throwing well, you know, as a big member of the team. And you're not going to be just totally happy walking around knowing that one of your teammates is hurt right now. And that's tough for him. So you always have to kind of keep in mind that maybe you're on a roll, maybe another guy's in a slump. Yeah. Maybe the team is going well. Maybe the team's going poorly, but a guy just got called up and about to make his big league debut, biggest moment of your life. There's a lot of smaller stories, good and bad, inside the bigger story that we as fans care about, which is the wins and losses and what's the team's record and are we going to the playoffs? Are we going to the World Series? And that's, of course, incredibly important to the guys in the clubhouse, but they also have all these other smaller stories, day-to-day life that they deal with, and it goes beyond just the wins and the losses.
Yeah, no question. So did you talk to any players, or was it more of just a big old media circle, Jay? Is that what that was?
It really was.
Oh, you look great. No, you look great.
You know,
I like your piece. No, I like your piece.
The first game of a homestand, you kind of try to hit as many players as possible. By the time now they're on the 5th game of a homestand, none of the players really wants to talk anymore. They've been doing it a few days in a row. You hit the ones that are new or important, like Matt Waldron. Okay, everyone waited around Matt Waldron. That was the big one. Mm-hmm. You know, some groups went over to Fernando Tatis Jr. and started asking him about the Vedder Cup. Like, does it matter to you? And Fernando said, it's Julian. It's Julian. And Fernando said, I'm not the right person to be asking about that. I thought that was a good answer, actually.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
All right. Said I'm not the right one to ask about that.
Fernando said I'm not the right person to be asking about that.
I've never heard of it.
Pretty much.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is Eddie Vedder?
Yeah. What? Who? Vedder
Pearl Jam?
First I've heard of it. Yeah. Sorry, bud. I'm dead. I am dead. I am dead. I am dead. Julian, come on.
As fans, we have a bit of a complex relationship with the Vedder Cup. As players, they have no relationship with it at all.
None whatsoever.
None at all.
None whatsoever.
The Mariners are just another opponent in a long season of opponents, and they're the next one on the list.
I very sarcastically scheduled today's YouTube show as April 15th or 2026. Padres win 6 straight. Take commanding 1-0 lead in Vedder Cup.
It's so good. I'm not the right person to ask about that is all time. The color must have drained from Julian's face. Look how quick he was to throw him under the bus, too.
It's happened to all of us. It's happened to me.
Remember when you asked Jason Hayward about his earthquake? Yeah, it happens. We've all done stupid stuff.
It happened.
Remember when I told Mike Schild I would be happy to bring him a T-shirt, and he ripped my throat out with his bare hand like in Roadhouse. You can't help but twist the knife, can you, boy? And there I am, throatless, in the dugout, just bleeding out. I go, twist the knife. I had promised you a T-shirt. And then he looked around and he realized, oh no, other people can see this. And then he gave me
I might have overreacted.
And then he gave me the woosah. I'm just kidding. I'm like, you're a psychopath. You guys remember? I walked up to you and go, he almost just killed me for offering him a shirt.
Once he came over to us, he's like, I don't want to come down here anymore.
Take this credential and don't let me have it if I ask for it ever again, dude. You just can't help it. Twist that knife.
Oh,
what?
Man.
Yeah, me, noted knife twister of the San Diego Padres.
I swear somebody else was there. They saw it. They were laughing. It was like Joe or Jackson.
It was unbelievable. I will never forget it as long as I live. The way his eyes just went immediately black, and he just stared at me like
a cartoon.
Like, hey, Mr. Shill, can I take your daughter out on a date? Like, it was
steam coming out of his ears.
Yes, it was unbelievable. So yeah, good. I'm glad the vibe is a little bit different, a little more calm down there. For all of us, the players too, and the coaches.
It's a workplace, and that's how they treat it.
Yeah.
It is their place of work, and occasionally, every once in a while, there's a champagne celebration at the end of the season, which is fun. But otherwise, every other day, it's the office. They go into the office, they go to their cubicle, which happens to be their locker.
Yeah,
has all their stuff where they get ready. Got a bunch of other parts of the office that they go to, the training room, the lunch room, whatever they need to do, and they get their business done.
I do think about it all the time, man. Like imagine coming into work and there's just 40 people milling around here. It would make me insane by about
it's not
3
easy.
days.
That's
3 days.
That's a hard part for them.
We got to change like 4 different times too. Like you're just like, hey, excuse me, I'm gonna grab a shower if you don't mind, and then I'll help you out with your job.
I remember once Ha-Sung Kim got out of the shower and he's standing there in a towel, and everyone's crowded around like Jackson Merrill's locker, Tottie's locker.
He was right next to him,
but they're all spilling right in front. So he sweetly just stands off to the side.
In a
towel, waiting like, I want to get my sliders on. I want to go take grounders.
The group around Toddy, the group of media was so big. I was there that same day. It was so big, it kind of just spilled over to like the other 2 lockers next to Fernando's.
Yes.
And one of those was Kimmy's. And he's just sitting there.
He's like,
in a towel. And he left. He went to like the other, like the trainer's room. He's like, maybe I'll find some tape or something, find something while I'm waiting here. And he comes back. He looked over. He's like, oh, they're still there.
He put some talcum powder on his chest and like his taint. And then he's like, I'd love to get back and get my underwear on. That'd be great.
I will say the good reporters, Sam Levitt, AJ Cassavell, the ones that are there regularly, they learn kind of how to blend in and just be part of it as well. They're getting their job done, but they can do it in a way that feels kind of subtle and unobtrusive, and you get in and you kind of get out, and you're standing around somewhat in the middle. But that's why we talk to each other in the media so much, like to give the players a little bit of space.
It looks normal.
I was chatting a lot with Bob Scanlon. He's going to be, by the way, coming in tomorrow for the Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable. Boy, Looking forward to having the Scan Man with us on the panel.
Scan was putting on a pitching display last night that was awesome. I mean, talking about, being in your hip, and like he's full on doing the bit. And I'm like, you forget what a beast Bob Scanlon
He's so
is.
Good, man.
We got to see him in uniform out at fantasy camp. The guy, he fills it out perfectly. The guy looks like he could go out and shove today. And he probably could. So very excited to have Scan in here, man. He's great.
So we chat a little bit, and then it's a 45-minute window out of their 3-4 hours of preparation where the media is open. Some guys don't even show up in there during that 45 minutes. They stay out of there. So everyone finds their way to deal with it and get through it. And somehow it works over a long season.
Yeah. Perfect, man. Well, I'm glad you got to go down there. I look forward to getting down there at some point. Just busy. Maybe Thursday. No, can't do it Thursday. At some point I will get down there. Say hello.
I'm excited to get to our Padres Wrap-Up. We've got a lot of winning to talk about. So we will get to that coming up next. We will set the menu for the Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods. It is a big league Wednesday. That means Bret Boone will be joining us. We'll tell you all about it coming up. Thank you for joining us. Tier 1s, it's Ben, it's Woods, it's Paulie on a Wednesday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, the best feeling in sports, not winning. It's knowing you were prepared. That leads to winning. Same feeling matters in retirement. You want to win your retirement? That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. They help people plan with purpose. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors take the time to listen, educate, and build a wealth management plan that reflects your values, not someone else's idea of retirement. yours. They're independent, local, focused on long-term relationships, have offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. Trajan Wealth works with people who want peace of mind. I love peace of mind, not financial guesswork. If that sounds like what you're looking for, start today. Call 619-367-0207, 619-367-0207, or visit trajanwealth.com. That's trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter. Dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt. Right? All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? the spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Better Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We will get started here with Nick Pivetta talk and, of course, our Padres wrap-up of a 6th straight win, beating a really good pitcher in Brian Wu last night.
Ooh.
Professional victory that was.
That was a really, really good baseball game, my friends. I'd seen Brian Wu throw before. He's very confident, young man. I had this image that popped into my head when I watched him pitch. I go, oh, I know you. You're the guy that I used to sit in school from first period on with bubble guts because I knew your little league team was playing my little league team that night. And I would see you and go, oh my God, I'm dead. I'm dead. And I would spend 8 hours in school going, oh my God, Wu's on the bump. Oh my God, Wu's on the bump. He was that guy. You could see it in his eyes. He was probably the best little league pitcher in his little league to ever exist. He's got the thing. He's got the
as are most big leaguers, but yeah.
Sure, absolutely. There's different though. There's the guy that throws hard that you're like, yeah, he's a good dude. I'm not scared of him, but he's just a good guy, but he throws hard. Then there's the guy that's like, I'm terrified of him. I'm absolutely, I'm shaking in my boots, like praying for a rain out so we don't have to face Brian Wu that night because we've all had those guys, right? And but I watched him pitch last night. And I go, boy, what I wouldn't give to have him. And I know he gave up 8 hits and 3 earned runs, but holy smokes, man, what stuff that dude has.
Pro ABs by the Padres. We'll talk about it coming up here at 7 o'clock. We'll pay off the Incorporator. If you joined us yesterday, you heard that Jesse had to work the word crampon, and he did so with aplomb. Easily. You'll hear it coming up at 7 o'clock this morning. At 7:20, don't do this. I get to a couple of stories that make you shake your head. At 7:35 on a Big League Wednesday, we will be joined by our Odyssey MLB insider, Bret Boone, is going to be with us. And, of course, good day to have Booney on, Mariners legend and Padres legend.
That's right.
Bret Boone during the series between the Mariners and the Padres.
He does the dual fantasy camps every year. I think he goes back to back. He's like, I'm so tired of you guys. I can't stand it.
Coming up in our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play some Take on Woods. Still no qualifiers for the field level tickets to the Memorial Day Padres Phillies game at 8:35. A little more speculation about what the Padres could do, especially if Nick Pivetta is on the injured list for an extended period of time. We'll go around the rest of the world of baseball. Padres have been hot. Somehow, I think in the last 10 games, they've won 9 of 10. I think they've gained like a game on the Dodgers.
It's just like last year, man.
It's not easy to do because the Dodgers just keep winning. They beat the Mets again last night, 2-1, in a great pitchers duel.
Yeah.
Nolan McLean and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But
last year really, I think, helps us out this year just mentally because this happened all of last year. It felt like every time the Padres got hot, you're like, we've gained half a game.
Dodgers are hotter.
We won 7 out of 8 or whatever, and we gained half a game on them, or even maybe lost a game. Like it's crazy. And I was looking at it. You're like, what are they? 9 out of their last 10.
Yep, 9 out of 10.
12 out of their last 14 or whatever. Like they are hot. 6 in a row.
The longest winning streak in baseball this year, you said? 6 games?
Yes. No one else has won 6 in a row.
2 games back. Listen, welcome to hell, dude. Welcome to hell. This is it. And they got guys injured, but they got guys coming back. I mean, it's different. But yeah, you can't really worry about it. You just got to focus on tonight's opponent, Emerson Hancock. Try to find a way to beat him, win a series against a team that came in here scorching hot, sweeping the Astros. So well done, man. What's the opposite of the get right gang? That to me last year is an auto L almost. But the team comes in hot. That's the third time they've done that, Ben, where they're like, no, we're going to take this game and roll along.
The Padres have ended 5-4 and 4-game losing streaks. Winning streaks of their last 3 opponents.
Incredible. That's incredible stuff. That's the opposite of the get right gang, which I love. 9 o'clock hour, Reindl Report. Got some Aztecs basketball news. Magoon Guath, gone. BJ Davis, gone. But they did pick up a new intriguing transfer. Paulie will have some headlines. We'll talk a little bit of college hoops and then get you set for game 2 of the series, Padres and Mariners again tonight with Randy Vasquez, who's been the Padres' best pitcher so far this season, going up against another tough customer. That's all they have really in the Seattle rotation. Tough customers.
Emerson Hancock. So that's what we've got on the menu. Before we get to the wrap-up, though, just quickly, the Nick Pivetta news was still mostly non-news, other than the fact that he's going on the injured list. Yeah. No one should be surprised by that. But when Craig Stammen met with the media and I was standing there in the dugout, still didn't really have any details.
I guess, there's a little bit of surprise that they're just right out of the chute. Hey, he's going on the injured list because 2 days ago, he's dealing with a cold.
There's a world he may make his next start. I think you're crazy if you believe that.
Yeah. I think we'll find out more. He has had imaging. What are the results of that imaging? They really did not say, other than the doctors and Nick Pivetta are reviewing what they're seeing, what the next course of action is. The first course of action is probably don't throw for a little while and see how the arm feels. Is it bad enough that they could be talking about some sort of surgery, a procedure? That obviously would be a much more longer-term problem for the San Diego Padres.
You want to hear a little of what Stammen said yesterday before the game?
I think we're trying to be cautious with Nick, and I think the smartest move was to, not push him and give him some time on the IL and then figuring out from there. Still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Medical team's going through the process. And then we'll probably have some more information coming up in the next couple of days.
Has he received imaging yet?
Yeah, he's got an MRI. Still going over it with the doctors and deciding what the next course of action is.
Okay, so corresponding move, Alec Jacob, what?
So, yeah, that one really was about the extent of the non-details from Craig Stammen about his pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, we talked yesterday about being conditioned as fans, and not just fans of the Padres, fans of any big league team. Expect the worst. Expect season-ending surgery at some point, and if that's not the case, and he is able to come back maybe after the All-Star break or something, then great. It's one less move you have to make. But I think I don't think it's doomerism at all to say expect the worst as it pertains to pitchers' elbows, right? Like, I don't think that I'm being a doomer. I don't think, anybody should be mad. This is what we've come to expect in the game, in the modern game of baseball. When you see the guy clutch up on his elbow, it's pretty much church for a while.
And again, Matt Waldron was in the clubhouse, not activated, but said he's been told he's going to start. Craig Stammen wouldn't say which day.
Yep.
Waldron said it's Friday, so everyone's saying.
Has Stammen lost the clubhouse,
wouldn't it be? Pavetta's next start was supposed to be Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know if they. My guess would be because Matt Waldron pitched last Thursday, they don't want to go too many days between Matt Waldron starts, and they just want to maybe push Herman Marquez back a single day to Saturday. That wouldn't have too much of an impact on him. So maybe that's the reason for the potential flip-flop. But again, Craig Stammen said nothing officially about when Matt Waldron was going to start. That was Matt Waldron surrounded by media going, yeah, Friday is when I've been told. So
yeah, Ray says good update on Canning, building up, probably one or two more rehab starts, it seems. So
he was in the clubhouse as well.
Was he?
Yep. Haven't really gotten a chance to talk to him at all, but I did see him walking around. I knew it was him because the back of his jersey said Canning. Otherwise, I probably
that's good deductive reasoning.
Probably wouldn't have recognized
checks
him
out.
That checks
walking through the clubhouse. So just who's that guy?
You're not the best investigative reporter.
But that one was pretty obvious.
They don't call you the best investigative reporter for nothing. Griffin Canning was in the clubhouse. How do you know? I saw it on his jersey. Saw his locker. He was sitting in front of it.
So that's a real thing. When the media is let in, usually like sometime between 2 and 2:30 to the open clubhouse, one thing everyone does is scan the nameplates.
Yep.
Because if there's been a change,
why is so-and-so here?
So there's a Alec Jacob nameplate. All right, that seems interesting because he wasn't here yesterday.
Like a little Easter egg hunt for you guys.
It is a bit. You look around in the corners behind, there's some like stanchions and TVs, and you kind of look around like, ooh, Waldron, that name's there. And sometimes guys like, I think Canning's locker's been there because he's on rehab assignment. So you're actually still on the roster.
Yeah.
And you have a like Sungmoon Song has had a locker, although they took it out because they didn't have room, I think, and put in Alec Jacob. So
Manny has 2 and Toddy has 2.
Yeah, they can figure it out. Musgrove has 2.
What if they went to like Manny or Toddy like, can you give up? We've got Sungmoon Song here. We had to move his locker. Can we just take one of your extras? Since all you have in it is a bunch of shoes that you're not going to wear. Would you mind? Could you imagine?
I'm sure when he comes back, they will find his spot again. But for now, he was temporarily gone while he's at AAA. But that's what you do. You kind of do a little, just spy around at the names on the lockers before anything else.
Well, I want the tier ones as they listen to the Wrap-Up to really enjoy it because the 6 gamers don't come along very often. So really drink this one in.
I'm looking forward to it. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. The Wrap-Up coming up right after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by Albertsons, Bonds, and Pavilions. What a big mess on the 15 southbound right at the 56. 2 right lanes are blocked with a collision. It's going to cost you about 30 minutes to get through this. Stick with the 5. You also have a collision taking out the left lane on the 54 west at Briarwood Road. So that'll slow you down. And the 125 south at the 54, there's another accident, and the left lane is blocked. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
I love winning, man. I love winning.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Are you ready? How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
Here's the 0-2. Canzone reaches out, lines it to right center. Long run, Merrill. He will get there, make the catch. Rosarena tagging. He'll come in to score as the throw goes to second base. A sac fly for Canzone, and the Mariners lead 1-0 here in the second. Pitch here in the air to left center field. Jackson Merrill backing up into the gap. He's there. He makes the catch. And Adrian Morejon with a very 2025-like appearance puts the Mariners down 1-2-3. Hard hit up the middle and into center field, a base hit. RBI single Fernando Tatis Jr. as Laureano trots home, and a 1-1 game here in the third. Here's the 3-2. Bogart swings, loops it into shallow center. That's down in a base hit. Tatis has scored. Here comes Merrill, a 2-run single for Xander Bogaerts. And for the first time tonight, the Padres lead. It's 3-1. 1-0 to Naylor. Hard hit and diving stop. France, he falls right on first base, and the inning is over. Gonna hang a star for the Gold Glover over at first base. What a play by Ty France against his old team. Then the top of the fifth inning. This one looped into shallow right field. That'll get down. That'll get the job done. Base hit Xander Bogaerts. Merrill comes in to score. The Padre lead is now 4-1. 1-1 to Crawford, who swings, breaks his bat, grounds it to second. Cronenworth circles around it. He's got it. The throw to first is in time. And a 1-2-3 ninth for Mason Miller. As the Padres finish off the Mariners, they have won 6 in a row. And a 4-1 victory here tonight as Michael King beats Brian Wu, and the Padres keep the good times rolling.
He pitched great. You know, he's had a few outings like this where he kind of his pitch count gets a little high early, and it doesn't look like he's sharp. Walks a couple guys, gives up some hits, but he gets out of those innings, and then he kind of cruises later in the game. You know, tonight was kind of like that too. You know, had a little bit of traffic in a few innings, but got out of it, limited it to 1 run in I think it was the second inning, and then, you know, got through 6. You know, pretty clean.
Greg Stammen discussing the winning pitcher last night, Michael King, who, wasn't like totally sharp and dominant.
Yeah.
But 6 innings, 1 run, and that 1 run kind of unlucky in the top of the second. He gave up an infield single.
Yep.
Xander nearly made a great play, then a bunt single against a shift, and then a hit batsman on a pitch that might have been a strike that J.P. Crawford leaned his elbow right into.
So again, They said, Stammen may why not challenge that?
Well,
didn't want to burn it.
Well, the question is, if they rule that he didn't get out of the way, is it still a ball? Because it would have been ball 4.
Okay.
Could you have challenged it? It was like right off or on the corner. It was really close, and he did not try to get out of the way. But what's the result? Like, yes, he didn't get out of the way. It's not a hit by pitch. It's ball 4 instead.
Yeah.
You're not really gaining much potentially, but then you had the sac fly. That was the only run that Michael King allowed in his 6 innings.
I mean, you saw him. It was first pitch. What happens? It was a 4-seam fastball, missed, uncompetitive, arm side, like just like the last game. And then, you know, he finds a way. It's so fun to watch, man. It's really fun to watch when a pitcher has his A game, right? They're on their A game. Equally as fun when they have their B to C game and they still go out there and gut out 6 innings of 1-run ball.
Meanwhile, while I do believe that lineup construction can be overblown and a manager's impact is not huge, at bottom of the 3rd inning rally, having Laureano on top, starting things with that triple, created a big inning for the San Diego Padres. That brought the infield in, which allowed Fernando Tatis Jr. to get not just an RBI ground out, but an RBI single that then sparked a continued rally after Jackson Merrill singled. And by the way, Jackson had a really solid game, stole that base right ahead of Xander's 2-run single that would have been a 1-run single instead. So that's an extra run based on some good base running. And, of course, Xander Bogaerts, a big game with 3 runs batted in. He's on pace for like almost 100 RBI season.
Keep it rolling, Xander.
Yeah, he's looking good. Merrill, I think he's got like 5 hits in his last 2 games. So he's swinging the bat well, seeing the ball well, it looks like.
And then
it was a really spectacular, unspectacular way to win a baseball game. Is what I mean. Not the big home run, you know, but just really like Xander didn't scorch that ball into the gap. Just did what he had to do to get those runs in. Hit the ball hard though, man. Xander had the top exit velo of the night with 110 miles an hour. Toddy right behind him. I mean, Toddy had 2 of the top 4. He's hitting the ball hard. He hit it right into this non-shift that looked like a shift that should have probably been a hit. So just keep hitting it hard. Good things will happen.
I got to think. I was so impressed with the pitching staff, top to bottom, yesterday because
except for Mason Miller, Paulie, because when your closer like Mason Miller comes in, he only gets one punch out.
Yeah, that was subpar.
I mean, we got lucky there a little bit. We bailed him out.
JP Crawford, broken bats, grounder to second base. That feels like a win now against Mason Miller. You're like,
He's like, look what I did.
the fly ball to right.
Losers, I make contact.
Yeah.
The fly ball to right. I don't remember who hit it. Was it a Rosarena?
Like, are you okay?
Yeah, he was swinging and just like whiffing. I think it was J-Rod. He whiffed at those first two sliders, and you're just like, dude, you have no chance.
You got no chance. You just go up there and you just know that you're done.
You look at that lineup for Seattle and Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough. I'm thinking for any pitcher or any team to navigate on any given night.
Yeah, for sure.
And they did a good job.
I mean,
look, really good job.
Catch them right now when those guys aren't at their best, and take care of business when those guys are scuffling. Cal Raleigh expanding the zone a couple of times last night. Michael King really smart going up arm side again away to get Cal Raleigh
accidentally going
up and away. But it was a really unspectacular win, but a win that we absolutely needed, and I love to see wins like that.
And love to see Adrian Morejon get through a nice, clean inning, 9 pitches.
Oh, man. His first batter was Patrick Wisdom, who had just been called up by the Mariners to take the place of somebody on paternity leave.
Rob Refsnyder, I think, went on paternity leave. Yeah.
So Wisdom hasn't played in a big league. He was it for the Cubs. Remember when he was on that Linsanity run for the Cubs a few years ago, playing third base? I didn't know he was a Mariner. I had no idea. And they're like, hey, kid, grab a bat. You got Adrian Morejon. And Morejon, 3 pitches, just dot, go sit.
He's more of a Tacoma Rainier, I think, temporarily a Mariner. But yeah, Adrian Morejon had to feel a big sigh of relief going, oh, yeah, my stuff still plays.
Oh, yeah, I'm still pretty good.
I'm not going to give up soft singles every single time I go out there, and a nice, efficient 9-pitch inning. And then Jason Adam, man, I thought maybe, it would take some time for Jason Adam to get back after the knee injury that he suffered last year.
Great to see him back.
He has been flawless since returning to the San Diego Padres. Did walk a guy yesterday, but got through that inning, got the double play. And, of course, Mason Miller with his 5th save. Very nice win for very nice win for the Padres. They had lost to some really tough customers, Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, Logan Webb, but they beat a tough customer last night. So they showed that they can do that and make it 6 in a row for your San Diego Padres. All guests on Better Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking, it is better. That will include Bret Boone in hour number 2. But up next, Jesse's Incorporator. How did he work crampon into the broadcast last night on the Fan? Paulie observing during our break, Padres just collecting W's all over the place, not just on the field, but up on the screen above us on ESPN just a moment ago, they were promoting WrestleMania, and Dominic Mysterio was on, and Dominic Mysterio was wearing Padres City Connect hat.
Looks so good on him, too.
That's a huge win for the San Diego
I looked
Padres.
up, I saw
Massive.
the SD, and I go, oh, that's not bad.
When is WrestleMania, Ben?
I have no
This
idea.
weekend.
Oh, is it this weekend?
And I think this is at least the second year. Maybe they've done it more, but it's like a 2-night event. It's a weekend long deal now, and I believe it is. Yeah, starts this weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. I had so much fun when we went to that wrestling event. I would like to do it again.
2-night event. I don't know. Do you have to buy tickets to both nights? Do you get one ticket for
Is it like
both
Coachella?
nights? I don't know.
I don't know. Can you? What if you hate the card on Friday night, but you really want to go Saturday because you like that card?
They can't make you have to buy both. There's probably
they
single
can.
days and there's a 2-day
They can
pass.
absolutely make you buy both.
Really?
Yeah.
Most music
Can
festivals.
you, can you buy Coachella just single days?
I think you can.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you can buy I think.
I don't know.
I just want to go on Friday. I'm not.
No,
I'm
I
busy
think you
the
got
rest
to
of the
get. I think
weekend.
it's the whole
You have
wristband.
to clear your
I think
whole
you gotta,
weekend.
I think
to
you
do
have to
that.
do the whole. Oh, okay. J-Man says they sell packages for both nights.
I'm sure.
That's good. That's
but
good.
I feel like you can also buy just an individual night if you wanted to.
Yeah, interesting.
But
okay, you can do single days
with the La Catrina.
Where is it? Does anybody know where it is?
It's in Vegas again, I think.
Man.
I think they've done it the last couple of years there.
That would be fun.
I don't know.
I know. I don't either. That would be fun though. Let's see. WrestleMania 42.
Yeah, it's at Allegiant Stadium again.
Oh, so it's night 1 is Saturday, night 2 is on Sunday.
13
13 matches officially set to take place this weekend. I remember being a kid and getting WrestleMania on VHS, like after the fact, and would watch like the Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, and I would watch it all the time. Like I would put it. Was it like? I think it was at not Madison Square Garden. It was at like the Meadowlands or something. It was like 80,000 people. It was packed to the gills. And it was just this tiny little ring in the middle. And the whole place would just go bananas. And I would watch it all the time. I thought it was the coolest
I remember
thing.
seeing like just footage of people that were there or in and around Allegiant Stadium last year. Like the Uber line to get out of there to get back to the strip was just insane.
It's kind of crazy that neither of my kids have shown any. Now it's not on in the house. I don't talk about it ever. But even
I
at
was
school
right around
and
Bo's
stuff,
age, probably maybe even a little older when I started
you
to
got
get into
into
it. Like probably right around 8-9 years old, you start to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still everywhere. It's as big.
everywhere.
It's bigger than it was, when I was that age and when you guys were that age.
Maybe bigger.
That's what I'm
pretty
saying.
big.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's huge.
So I think it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
And while I don't know that a ton
Will he
of
be allowed to watch?
Yeah. I mean, bro, I let him watch Heat.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling
Really?
as a kid.
Oh, I grew up on it.
sports.
Sports. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. It's
That's right. I tried that too. It didn't work
No.
with my mom.
sporting. They didn't.
I had to sneak to the downstairs television, like watch it.
Well,
quietly.
She didn't want you going to school and grabbing your buddy's head,
RKO,
and, throwing him into the turnbuckle, the boom, boom, like
Yeah.
all of the back.
Show me
slaps,
exactly
and like
on
the-
Ben
like
what
the-
she wouldn't want me to do.
The arm twist at
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
right. Like she didn't want
So you can't just take a chair and hit somebody with it.
right. My kids are
I
already.
think I need to file for workman's comp
They're-
on the back.
They're already violent enough at home, so
Not that I think a bunch of WrestleMania fans are going to instantly become Padres fans because Dominic Mysterio is wearing the hat.
but it's
they
cool.
They might want to buy the hat though. Hey, it's got the La Catrina on it. That's kind of cool. Maybe wear the same hat that my favorite wrestler is wearing. So that's a win for your San Diego Padres.
And is Jelly Roll going to be there? I heard he is. I'm not joking either. We have another Jelly Roll story for you in the Reindl Report today. Got me begging for the meteor at this point. Did you see it yet?
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw the. I haven't read the story, but it's.
Oh yeah. I think he's wrestling there. I'm not kidding.
He's actually wrestling.
I
He's
think
not
so.
just a guest of.
I saw something. I don't know. Your algorithm is young girls. Mine is Jelly Roll.
Peppered with Jelly Roll.
Correct. Mine is all Jelly Roll content that I didn't ask for and don't want, but I get. So
Do you click on the links to read the stories?
sometimes.
That's not going to help.
Click. Well,
That's
I see.
what keeps feeding it to
I
you.
saw. Here's what it got me. I saw something like Jelly Roll exposed. I'm like, all right, well, I got to see what. I knew it, and I watched some long. No, it was no. Thank God. It was him in a room talking to some other singer about stuff going on in Nashville, and it was like hidden camera stuff. So I'm like, oh, great. Here's a rabbit hole I didn't want to be down. And next thing you know, I'm in a Jelly Roll rabbit hole and getting all the Jelly Roll content now sent my way.
I do get a lot of bakery stuff on my Instagram feed, like croissants, pastries, and in fact, maybe jelly rolls occasionally. So in that sense, I do get some Jelly Roll in my feed. My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with
bakery
young women.
I've been thinking about
We're checking out the top bakery in San Francisco today. I get that all the time.
I have thought about that drop 75 times in the last 2 days. I just think it's spectacular.
I mean, think of the possibilities when I just cut out the end.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with
Jelly Roll.
I mean, the
possibilities are endless.
You can do whatever.
Do whatever you want.
You can combine 2 drops into one, possibly.
Yes. I mean, you can do this for hours. I think I lost my pen when I came to wrestle you.
There's your pen.
Thank you.
Back. Shall we get to the Incorporator?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yesterday was Jesse's day to appear. My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with panties.
This is like a treasure trove. It's never going away. That is so
that
good.
requires Paulie to play the board more like a stadium organ.
Yes.
Multiple. My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with Adolf Hitler.
Jeez, man.
Benny.
Oh, we're gonna be here all day. Paulie, we're gonna lose him. He's gonna be over there playing with us all day. That's so elite. It's so elite. All right, Jesse, take it away.
All right. Yesterday, Jesse got his Incorporator word, 3rd week of the season. We did A, we did B. It was time for C in our Incorporator.
Yes.
Our deviant co-host came up with both of these words today in his alphabetical theme.
So it's C week. And I suggested to Woods, he said, well, just give Jesse the choice.
Yep.
So here are your 2 choices. The first one is, Paulie.
Crampon.
Crampon. It's the boot spike if you're a rock climber or an ice rock climber that you kick in for a toe hold. That's called a crampon. There you go. He chose that one, so that was our Incorporator word.
Clat fart,
which is just a bunch of nonsense talk.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know. That one, I think that one would have been a little bit more difficult for Jesse. This one was pretty easy. He got this one in the bottom of the 7th inning, I believe, as they were starting that half of the inning.
This is game 1 of a 3-game series. And then, of course, the teams will meet up next month in Seattle. Pods will strap on their crampons and climb Mount Rainier. Head to T-Mobile Park. Pitch down and in, 2-1.
That one, so seamless. Didn't have to go through a big setup story.
Right.
Sometimes he has to.
Sometimes you have to
work
really
hard. Like 3 batters. We've been getting
setting
to somewhere where I can set up the word. That one was in the promo for the return visit to Seattle coming up, not just in a few weeks.
I actually thought when you said it yesterday, I go, he's going to need a long, drawn out setup. You got to climb the mountain in the NL West. Speaking of climbing mountains, blah, 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 and put your crampon on. I mean, he threw it out there like it was nobody's business.
And then, of course, the teams will meet up next month in Seattle. Pods will strap on their crampons and climb Mount Rainier. Head to T-Mobile Park.
Unbelievable. God, he's good.
It was just so easy.
Best in the biz. Best in the biz. I can't tell you guys how much I look forward to his Tuesday segments. And we have had him on one of our longest running, standard Tuesday guests. I look forward to it every single week. He's so good. He's so calm. He's so smart.
He's easily the longest regular guest we've had.
He's so deviant at times. I
had a couple of people reach out about how he ended the segment yesterday. You can go back and listen if you want.
It was unbelievable.
We don't need to talk about it, but
he's a legend. A legend.
They were delighted. I'll just say
he's an
assassin.
Say
that.
Yeah.
Before we get to Don't Do This coming up, NL West last night, we mentioned another win for the Los Angeles Dodgers, great pitchers duel between Nolan McLean of the Mets and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They left. It was 1-1. Kyle Tucker paying for his $240 million 4-year contract, getting the RBI go-ahead single in the 8th inning, leading the Dodgers to a 2-1 win over the slumping Mets, who continue to struggle.
What's are they set 7 in a row? 8 in a row?
7, I think.
7 straight
right now.
Oh my God!
Although their owner, I don't know if anyone's happy about it, but their owner saw some positivity in the loss.
Yeah, 7 straight.
He tweeted. This is Steve Cohen. Nobody likes to lose, but I saw some green shoots tonight. I guess that's sprouting buds of optimism.
How did he spell it?
Green
SHOOTS. Okay.
Green shoots tonight. On offense, Lindor had 2 hits, including a home run. Bichette got a double, hitting it to the left field as opposed to recently being right field prone. Benj got a solid hit. Soto started his running progression today. Semien hit a shot that might have been a home run on a warmer night. Finally, Nolan McLean pitched an outstanding game going 7 innings. Hang in there, fans. We will turn this around. Do you want an owner who's tweeting like that after losses?
No, I don't.
You don't, do you?
Do you guys?
No.
I don't.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Owner turd polishing.
Yeah,
It's
owner
exactly-
turd. Yes, Tyler. That's what Ben's for. We don't need the owner also. Well, I mean, I kind of liked what I saw last night. I mean, you take away the Kyle Tucker hit, we're actually tied. So no. Zip your lip. Stroke. We're watching yesterday, Benny. I got dinner on for the kids and we got baseball on. We have the 4-box thing. What do you call it? The
quad box.
Quad box, which I used to hate. And now I'm kind of into it. So I'm watching the quad box and Bo goes, Dad, Pete Alonso's on the Orioles? I go, yeah, where you been? He goes, how dumb do you have to be to not re-sign Pete Alonso? I go, exactly. You look at your lineup and you go, yeah, we'll find 45 bombs somewhere else. Maybe Jorge Polanco can switch positions and play first base. Like, if my owner is tweeting that, I would have been like, you should have re-signed Pete, dude. Like, there's a ton of moves they made that made almost no sense. So I don't want my owner doing that. I really don't.
Well, I mean, after getting shut out twice, you score 1, then you're trending in the right direction, according to the owner of the Mets.
It's so strange. I mean, and yeah, like Padres fan 20 here, good point. They're such a funny team, the only team to compete with LA in payroll, and they're trash. They're trash.
Pete Alonso's new team did not win. They lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-3. I think I saw that Ketel Marte was a late scratch, but Ildemaro Vargas hit his, I think, 5th home run of the season. Is off to a hot start, and the D-backs beat the Orioles 4-3. Giants continue to struggle. Just a couple of solo home runs for the Reds. Spencer Steer and Stewart. Sal Stewart, right. Both hit solo home runs. Yeah, that's right. And they beat the Giants 2-1. And the Houston Astros snapped their 8-game losing streak, handing the Colorado Rockies a 5th straight loss, 7-6 the final. So that was the other NL West action last night.
Yeah, best winning streak in baseball belongs to your San Diego Padres. The worst losing streak in baseball is the New York Mets. But right behind them, Benny, strangely enough, the Milwaukee Brewers are dying.
They lost again yesterday, too.
They lost 6 straight there in Milwaukee, which is it's kind of uncommon for that team to not be able to grind out at least one of those.
So the Padres playing really, really good baseball, which means, of course, it is time to break up the San Diego Padres.
Right.
We will get to that and
Obviously.
Don't Do This, as well as poor fan behavior when it comes to the Boston Red Sox and their game last night against the Minnesota Twins. That is all coming up next. Take a quick time out, and then more Ben Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Middle of the week, looking for something fun to do? Make your way down to 7 Mile Casino. It's so easy to get to. Just hop on the 5, head down toward Chula Vista, and then right off the freeway there, you can see it from the 5 freeway, between the freeway and San Diego Bay. Little building, 7 Mile Casino. There's a sign. Not that impressive from the outside. You go in, really, really impressive. Upscale, comfortable, friendly. A great place to play cards.
Yeah, great place to go before the game if you're heading down there tonight, right? Or after the game. Celebrate a big dub. Go sit down, play some California-style blackjack, and hopefully get a lot more dubs out of that. But they got Texas Hold'em as well. If you've got the time, Great Texas Hold'em room. They've got Pai Gow Poker. They got Baccarat as well. Friendly dealers, clean environment, smoke-free environment, and best part, just 7 minutes from Petco Park.
Great food at Sammy's at 7 Mile, including the 24/7 players menu. Get the Kung Pao chicken, my favorite in all of San Diego, and it's available any time of day, any day of the week at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It is Ben and Woods, and before we get to Bret Boone at the bottom of the hour, it is time for DDT. It is brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
Woodsy gets us started today.
Well, maybe you tuned into MLB Network yesterday to enjoy. Oh, what are they doing? They're doing this really cool piece on Fernando Tatis Jr., and he's moved to second base, a couple games, and one of the most dynamic was this long preamble by one Harold Reynolds, who couldn't have been more complimentary. Could not have been more complimentary. Oh my God, what this guy can do. He's like up there in Shohei Ohtani level. Like, he's unbelievable. And then all of a sudden, he slams the brakes on that and says this.
I'm telling you right now, I think this is a showcase because the Padres payroll, look at this. I know they're up there battling the Dodgers every year. We say it over and over and over. I'm sorry, they gotta do something. They can't carry this payroll. The Dodgers can't. They can't carry this. Somebody's got to go. So who of those guys do I want? I want Fernando Tatis.
He's the most movable for sure. And I think
it was Manny, Xander, Toddy, and
Merrill.
Maybe Merrill. There's one more. So this is oh my God, he's the best. This is unbelievable. He's great.
I guess Mason Miller's probably a very attractable trade piece.
No, but it was payroll.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was payroll. It was the guys with the highest contracts. And then all of a sudden, he just yanks the e-brake. Is there more?
Sure, and I think you make a very interesting point because who, other than Ohtani, because he's two players, a full-time starting pitcher and a DH, brings the most roster flexibility?
You got Mookie Betts.
That's the guy.
I don't know what they're going to go on.
Right.
I got another
So,
minute, but they're talking about him playing second base over the weekend as a showcase to make him more attractive on the trade market.
Let me tell you something, Harold. You were, when I was a kid, one of my favorite ball players. And I think you're fine. This bit is tired, though. But also, do you know that you don't need to showcase Fernando Tatis Jr.? Like, he's a showcase in and of itself. He doesn't need to play multiple positions to be attractive to literally any other GM in baseball. But the other thing is, we have a new owner coming in, right? And we've talked about this ad nauseum. Like, they know that this team is about to sell for $3.5 billion or something in the next couple of weeks. That new owner comes in and goes, yeah, I'm going to trade Fernando Tatis Jr. for financial flexibility. Good luck.
I'm just not sure. I'm
but
not sure that Harold knows how logic works because he said it all. He said, I know it's working. I know they're playing well. They're battling with the Dodgers every year. They're drawing, 39,000 on a non-giveaway Tuesday night last night. They sold out every game almost all season long. The franchise value skyrocketed based on their payroll, what they're doing. Their revenues, merchandise are insane. So, of course, you have to trade him because this isn't working at all. You can't sustain that. You just explained why you can. And you actually should and need to keep spending on payroll. You just explained it. And then all of a sudden you said, but they can't keep doing this.
But it's the same thing as, every year it's everybody can spend like the Dodgers. Just be mad at your team for not doing it. Somebody gets close and they're like, you can't do that. Dodgers can do it. You can't do it. It's freaking bananas, dude. It's bananas. Rain Diego said these guys hear rumors before we do. I asked their general manager, point blank, are you trading Fernando Tatis Jr.? And he laughed. I guess you could technically say he didn't say no, absolutely not, but he laughed.
There are no absolutes in baseball.
Absolutely not.
But the plan
I think, it's definitely a little bit of a head scratcher because we continue to say it. I think, obviously everybody's tied into the Padres and, our team understands, what we're trying to do. And Fernando's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
So,
he's a massive.
If they decide to try to do something else, then I guess,
maybe.
But as long as they're trying to win baseball games and go to the playoffs, Fernando Tatis Jr. is not going anywhere.
Yeah. The beef. It's so true. Every day they say every team can do what the Dodgers can do. And then the next is, except the Padres can't do it. They've tried to do it. They can't do it. The Dodgers can do it. Nobody else can do it. It's very, very interesting.
Story number 2. In Minnesota, the Red Sox taking on the Twins yesterday. Jarren Duran, who you'll remember last year, publicly revealed some of his mental health struggles, including once even drove him to a suicide attempt.
Yep.
grounded out in the top of the 5th inning. And as he was jogging back to the dugout, cameras caught him flipping the bird toward the stands. That's probably not great for a player to do that, but they don't do this. He said, someone told me to kill myself. I'm used to it at this point, as happens. I'm going to flip somebody off if they say something to me. It is what it is. I shouldn't react like that, but that stuff is still kind of triggering. It happens. The fan gets the
bro. You're yelling "kill yourself" at players. Come on, man.
Especially ones that have had a history of that.
Oh, it's so messed up.
I'm gonna say it's a warranted middle finger.
I'm not saying Jaron Duran. You can't
fight everyone.
Him. You can't heckle him.
Heckle away.
But things should be off limits. That one's off limits. Should Jaron Duran react that way? Does it help at all to do that? It just puts more attention on you. But I'm going to give him a pass on this one. And give the fan the DDT.
Yeah, I'm very, very warranted DDT. And for doo-doo this today.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Columbus Blue Jackets, Benjamin, the team that we adopted for a very, very short time. They missed the playoffs again. And with some real uninspired play. But I did love very much what their head coach, Rick Bowness said after the game. They got him. I mean,
they lost 6 straight home games down the stretch.
So they completely soiled the bed. They could have made the playoffs, and with that loss last night, they were eliminated. And they got him. I mean, bro, let me paint the picture for you. My man looks frazzled here. The collars on his shirt are sticking straight up. He looks like he just got in a car accident, or he's got like 103-degree flu or something. And he got raw about his team, and I thought this was brilliant.
Rick, you've been a part of a lot of games and a lot of seasons. Have you ever been part of something that's as frustrating as this has been down the stretch?
Emotion.
No. And you know what? All you got to do is look at the stat sheet. 3 hits, 23 giveaways. Like, I don't know if I'm back, but if I'm back, I'm changing this culture. These guys, they don't care. Losing is not important enough to them. It doesn't bother them. Like, how can you go out and play like that? Should have done this about a month ago. But this is why we are where we are. This is why we're out of the playoffs. That kind of effort. Losing, you have to hate losing. I don't care if it's a meaningless game. I don't care. Show up and compete. 3 hits, 23 giveaways. What else you want to know?
You reached them for so long after you got here. How did it stop? Where did it stop?
Because it got tough. Because it got hard.
Damn.
Like we talked about after the Olympic break. It's going to get harder. So everything is good as long as it's going their way. And now it gets tough. We don't want to battle back. And that's what's happened over the last a couple of weeks. That's all that's happened. We're going to change that. If I'm back, I don't know if I'm back. Don and I will talk. We'll get to that.
Better be.
Man, oh man. Some of those guys are so lucky the season's over and there's no practice.
Oh
tomorrow.
my God.
Anyways, there's no more games. What else you want to know?
I think even in the long history of this franchise, I don't think they've ever lost 6 games in a row to end a season at home.
No.
Is that worse?
It's terrible. Inexcusable. If they're not embarrassed by not only tonight, by that, they're on the wrong team. They are. They got to be embarrassed with that. Anything else?
He's my new favorite coach.
I hope he gets fired because we can hire him somewhere here.
Yeah, to do something. He's spectacular. I love that. Now, practical question. When can I bring that to the Little League team?
Anytime.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mikey Varis might want to
Mikey
give him a
Varis
call if he gets fired.
Yes, 100%. Be like, hey,
man, do you know anything about soccer?
Let me pick your brain here for a minute. I love it. He said, if I come back, I'm changing the culture.
Now, to be fair, he did not keep them from falling apart.
Correct.
He was the coach when all this happened.
No doubt. But I think he was he came in interim. He doesn't know if he's coming back. But if I'm that GM, I'm like, this is the biggest no-brainer of all time. Even though you were here for that little collapse there at the end.
Usually you look for the star players to build around, and I'm like, I want to build the team around
that guy.
Like, I want
genius.
you. Like, let's do this.
It was one of my favorite post-game audios I think I've ever heard, and as raw and real as it got. Did these guys hate losing enough?
Plus, I just realized he was wearing a blue jacket.
Yes, he was wearing a blue
the coach
jacket.
Of the Blue Jackets wears a blue jacket.
Go figure.
That is Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, when we come back, Big League Wednesday. Bret Boone, he's seen the Vedder Cup from both sides, the Mariners, the Padres, probably from before even Eddie Vedder was a thing.
Yeah.
We will talk to Bret coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapiro.com. I see Bret Boone standing by the blinding white light that is Bret Boone on our YouTube stream. He will join us right after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Allard.
This traffic report is brought to you by Albertsons Bonds and Pavilions. Jam-packed on the 54 West at Briarwood Road. 2 left lanes are down with a collision. And then watch out for a debris spill on the 15 North at University Avenue. The right lane is blocked. Somebody broke down. This time it's on the 805 North at Palm Avenue, and it's in the center lane. I'm Sue Alley with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And we are joined right now by Odyssey MLB insider Bret Boone, host of the Bret Boone podcast, featuring the most notable names in MLB and around sports every week. Insider Calls presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Bret, it's good to see you. Padres Mariners. This is a especially significant series for you.
What do I care? Come on.
I knew he was going to say that.
You do like the white light. I laugh now.
It looks good. No, I like it.
I see this white background.
All of our
It's
tier
tax
ones
day.
say, yeah.
It's tax day, boys.
Tax day.
It's not a fun day today.
And how's it looking? How's it looking in the Boone household right now?
You lead up to this day and you kind of don't look forward to it. And then you kind of think about, well, let's see how good my tax guy is.
Yeah.
Is he going to come in here or here? It's never the best, but I found it's never the worst.
It's true.
So I
live in the middle.
Yeah, I'm all right.
We were just talking about that.
Do the Rangers send you like a W-2? How does that work as a coach?
Yeah.
Are you like on contract?
Well, that's easier though. When you're playing. When I was playing, it's like you kind of know what you're doing. Your tax guy gets with the club and they take out. You don't want to over tax yourself during the season. So you're right there about even at the end. Maybe you get a little bit back, and so you're used to being. The taxes aren't a big deal when you're playing or when you're employed by a ball club.
Yeah,
because you just get your check and you've got it all worked out, so it's right around what you owe. And there's no big surprises at the end when you're in the real world and you're doing a bunch of different things and it's investments, it's here and there. You never know what it's going to do depending on what the economy does. So it's a different world than being an employee. But you just get a W-2 and I give it all to the guy I've been giving it to for 25 years, and I say, make me like you. And that's
it. do me a solid. No, this is interesting too. Talking to Bret Boone here, I'm sure you've seen the story out of Philly with Alec Boehm and his parents, right? And it's heartbreaking. It's awful. It's terrible that you have that feeling, or the evidence in this case that, dude, my parents have been stealing from me. I'm like their golden goose. Does that happen in baseball more than we know, as far as like vultures trying to
not just family, but
not
like
family, but
your friends,
yeah,
the guy that your buddy from high school that you hired to manage your finances or whatever, like
your interpreter,
interpreter, right? Exactly.
Your bookie.
No, your interpreter that is gambling, but you don't gamble.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Situation.
Right.
Yeah. You see that, usually family members. But the thing that stood out to me with that story in Philly is, why is it so public?
Yeah.
Like, if my mom stole from me, which I don't think Sue Boone would ever. I know Bob Boone wouldn't. He's a guy that finds a wallet and adds $5 to make sure you know for sure.
That's rad.
But if the day came where they stole from me, wouldn't you kind of be humiliated?
Yeah,
like,
yes.
I don't want to put my family in the, let me just keep this to myself. So I don't know how it became public, but yeah, nevertheless, anytime you see that in the entertainment business, you see it in Hollywood all the time with singer songwriters.
Sure.
They were young when they were coming up, and their parents were running the show. So you see those kind of horror stories, but it happens. It happens in the game, and it's usually just family members that, they came up and all of a sudden became well-to-do, and everybody wants to get their hand in the cookie jar. And it seemed like that happened with Boone. It's kind of, it's too bad, actually.
It is a really sad story. And you think about, too, now he's got to go out and perform in Philly at a high level in usually the cleanup spot, playing third base.
And he's hitting 150.
And all of this stuff is going on. That's the thing that I think a lot of us forget, the personal lives bleeding into game day and preparation and things like that. And I think it's important, we keep that stuff in mind, that guys are going through a lot of stuff behind the scenes sometimes.
Yeah, but I've been in that, and I have I don't know, I've changed my perspective on everything.
Sure.
And it's like, especially in today's day and age, and especially when I was playing, it was still good. It wasn't as financially lucrative as it is today. But I felt when I just started feeling sorry for myself a little bit, going through a rough patch, when maybe something personal wasn't going good, or there was a problem with this or a problem with that, it's like, who's going to feel sorry for me? I'm getting paid the way I'm getting paid. I kind of this is kind of part of the deal. It comes with the territory. If you want to have this many perks and this many luxuries, well, there's a dark side to that too, is when you have personal matters like we all do, people aren't going to feel quite as sorry for you. And that's just kind of the flip side of the coin. It's something when you're going into, you're signed up for this, and it's just part of it. And being a public figure, being an athlete, being an entertainer, any of those things, it's like there's definitely the perks that come with it. But hey, just know you're signing up for these perks. The negative, it's going to be times 10 compared to everybody else, because if you weren't making the money you were making, nobody would care about your negative. Nobody would be talking about it.
That's a good point.
Talking to MLB Odyssey insider Bret Boone, presented by Grainger, for the ones who get it done. And Brett, I don't know if you ever got off to a slow start in a season, but looking at the Mariners, Cal Raleigh 145, Julio Rodriguez 206, Josh Naylor 134, Padres, Manny Machado 196, Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 home runs so far. How much more does it weigh on you early in the season, when
3 weeks in,
you have a bad 2 weeks in August? Yeah, your average may go down from 280 to 272, and no one really cares. But early in the season, it just kind of stares at you, those numbers.
You see that one after that dot, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always want to get off to a great start. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's April, and when you don't get off to, I've had some tough starts, and you're sick of hearing from people going, hey, it's early. Well, shut up. I know it's early, but I've been hearing this early stuff for a while. So yeah, you always want to get off to a good start. The good thing about the Padres situation is you just won 9 out of 10. You just won 6 in a row. And it's like, it's a heck of a lot easier to deal with it when you're winning every night.
Yep.
Because when you're losing, compound that. If you're a Tatis, if you're a Machado, a Merrill, any of these guys, Bogarts has gotten it going a little bit. That's good to see. But when you're those guys getting paid the big money, you're the stars, and you're losing every night, it's going to double weigh on you. And when you're struggling and, man, you're getting those victories and you're shaking hands every night, it's like, well, you're not hearing it from the outside because all the fans want to see is you win. And you're not feeling that pressure from them. So it's like, well, this is kind of good. Now I can kind of figure it out in peace instead of just everybody down my throat every day. So I think they're in a perfect spot right here. This Padre team, it's impressive what they've done early. They started off a little rough, and the offense hasn't been even close to what it's capable of being, but you still got that dang elite bullpen. I went to the game, I think it was Friday night, and I just see these guys coming in. I know Morejon has had a tough time but man, he's tough. He makes me not want to grab a bat.
Yeah.
You just got Adam back. That's an elite bullpen. It's really good to see Buehler come back, because I was a little worried early in the season watching him pitch and kind of labor in the early innings just to get strikes and having to pitch to the corners and not being able to hit it. To see him come and have a big start last time was good for him. Vedder, that's huge, him going down. But King last night was great, because Seattle's a tough team, and they're pretty similar to the Padres. Their start pitching's a little better. I think Seattle's kind of the class. They've had a rough start, but to come in to beat that team, they've been on a roll too, just like the Padres, and they handled them last night, and they handled a tough guy in Wu. That Wu guy, out of all those pitchers in that Seattle starting rotation, that's my guy right there. It's like, that's the guy you don't want to face. That's the nastiest, and that's a nasty 5 over there.
It is. Yeah, it absolutely is. Talking to Bret Boone here Ben and Woods this morning. I wanted to ask you about teams getting too cute sometimes. And I think your brother was in the crosshairs last night. I think Alex Cora has been in the crosshairs a lot. A couple teams in the NL East expected to do, or in the AL East expected to do big things. Getting a little cute, I think, with the lineup. Ben Rice leading in OPS, and we're going to sit him and use him in a big pinch hit spot. Do teams now, Booney, get too cute for your liking? Like, no, I'm gonna ride the hot hand. There's not a lot of riding the hot hand anymore like there used to be.
Absolutely, because it comes down to, and especially, it gets magnified.
Oh, of course.
A year ago, when I'd go through the lineup and it was Boch, and he'd call me in the office after a game, and I'll tell you what, it's amazing when we just rattled off 5 out of 6. How easy that meeting was with Bochy making the lineup the next day. Oh, yeah, he sounds great in the 3-hole.
Sounds good.
All of a sudden, you lose 4 or 5 in a row, and you're in there with analytics, and you've got
grinding
NASA scientists down there constructing this perfect lineup because you're starting to feel it. Like we've just lost, in New York, they've had a rough run lately, and it's like you're just magnifying everything. Okay, and you're looking at matchups, and you're looking it down to the last. Just how can I create the perfect lineup? If you take a step back and just look about the history of the game, and this game's been going on a long time.
It has.
The players play, players win games, players lose games. Put them in the best possible place you can in the lineup to succeed. Get the guys on the field that you want to roll with, and roll. And sometimes you're going to get your butt kicked, and sometimes you're going to do good. We just tend to, and I felt it for the first time in a long time, being behind the curtain a year ago. It starts to weigh on you as a hitting coach. It's like all of a sudden when you're rolling, I'll go in there, Boch. He put him in the 3-hole, put him in the 4-hole, and I'm very, very confident when I talk to him. We lose 5 or 6. Bochy'd ask me, where do you want him? I don't know, Skip, wherever you want to put him.
8. I have no idea. It's your call. It's your lineup.
So maybe a year ago, I'd be quick to criticize Aaron for that. But now being there, and I know what it's like, I'm like, I know what he's going through. And I know he knows he's going to get criticized either way. But it's things, and a lot of times today, especially, they're playing matchups.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got every statistical data point you can possibly have, and they're playing matchups. I think if they were rolling right now and rattled off 6 to 7, I think you'd have seen Ben Rice in the game last night.
Yeah.
So, no, we're rolling with these guys. But it's easy to critique, but I definitely now understand the process a little bit more.
God, wouldn't you have hated it though, Brett, when you were playing and they're like, sorry, Brett, it's whatever, Smoltz on the hill, tough righty for you. You're out. You're out. We'll try to get you.
I'll tell you what,
lost your mind.
For most of my career, I didn't have to deal with that. But I had a thin year in the second half of 96 and 97, where a couple times, I struggled for a year straight offensively. And there'd be nights when I'm used to just being in the lineup every day. I'm in the lineup, rain or shine. It doesn't matter who's pitching. And all of a sudden, you've struggled for a year offensively, and that's a great example right there. Hey, Smoltzy's pitching tonight. This might be a good time to give Booney a time off. And for the first time, I was hit with that, and it was reality. It was like, how can you sit me? But I've got to pick myself up, look in the mirror, and go, if I was the manager, I would give me a night off too.
Yeah.
So you've got to weigh all that out. And I've been there in my life. And I've also been times where, I just play every day and I don't remember the last day I had off. Those are the good times. That means you're bringing the mail.
Last thing for me, Booney, you said Adrian Morejon makes you not want to grab a mat. Mason Miller, what would be your strategy right now if you had to get up there?
Yeah, righty on righty.
JP Crawford had a broken back grounder to second. That's it. That felt like a win for him last night.
Yeah.
Well, he's just that, he's in the zone. I don't remember. I don't think anybody remembers the last time he gave up a run. But those guys are those elite guys. He's throwing 100. He's got a wipeout breaking ball. Any time those guys, I'm going up there with an approach. I'm getting on one or the other. I'm either getting on soft or I'm staying hard. If I'm on the heater and he goes to the slider, I'm probably going to be embarrassed. It's not going to be a good at bat. So I'm going to take my chance. I'm going to flip a coin. Even if I get it, I still gotta not miss it. But those are one of those guys, just the elite closers that it's a crapshoot. No matter how good you're feeling at the plate, they are who they are for a reason. So I'm just getting on one or the other. I'm either getting on heater or I'm getting on soft, and I'm going to roll with it. If I'm on soft and he throws me 4 heaters, I'm going to tip my cap, go back to the dugout, and vice versa. But you got to pick one. You can't hit them all. Those guys with 2 elite pitches, you can't hit both.
Just a guess.
Great stuff, Boone. As
Great
always, we will talk to you next Wednesday. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Bret Boone, Odyssey
awesome.
Insider, presented by Grainger for the ones who get it done. Grainger offers professional-grade products you need delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. But doesn't Mason Miller, like, okay, this guy's clearly on fastball, so he's getting nothing but sliders.
Right.
This guy's clearly on sliders, so he's getting nothing but fastballs. I think he can read that pretty quickly.
I mean, it's so weird because your whole life you're, be ready for the fastball and adjust to the breaking ball. But with Mason Miller, it's different because the breaking ball looks like a fastball out of his hand, and you have to be ready for 103. It's a guess. It's a guess.
All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better.
Are you on hard or soft?
I would be looking for not swinging at all.
Not swinging at all?
Yeah. Okay. There's no soft against Mason Miller. It's harder. We got Take on Woods and more coming up next on The Fan.
Yeah, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Padres rolling right now, 6 in a row. Feels so good. Feels so good to get that first win of the series. And now you have a chance to win the series today with the guy that's been pretty much your ace of the staff, Randy Vasquez, towing the rubber tonight. Very, very much looking forward to that game. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer. Ben Higgins, friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Very solid.
Maybe they never lose again.
Maybe.
I wouldn't count on that.
I wouldn't either. The law of averages says that they will lose some more games. But I did see their FanGraphs playoff projection is skyrocketed to 42%.
Oh, wow.
Now again,
because they are on pace to win about 108 games now. So
that would be spectacular.
That could get them in.
I mean, listen,
on pace for 108 wins. Still has them with a 42% chance.
Right. Because those projections aren't based on your pace. It's based on your player performance projections, which don't really change over 2 weeks very much.
Right.
The actual wins help. The actual wins help. Like they're now 5 games above 500.
Correct.
Remember last year they got to 14-3, I think it was. 11 games above 500.
Stack them.
They didn't need to. They could play 500 the rest of the way. Yep. That would have made the playoffs. I don't know that 5 is enough. I mean, let's say they get one more 6 games above 500. You could play 500, finish with 84 wins the rest of the way. Probably not enough, but sometimes it was. 83 was enough last year. So you have one good stretch and you play 500 ball the rest of the year. Oftentimes that's good enough to get you into the playoffs.
Stack them,
these are valuable wins. Any time of the year you get them, they are valuable wins.
Yeah, and again, against teams that were, I think that's the thing that's most impressive to me is, the way they're finding new ways to win games, but also playing against teams that had come in previously kind of on fire and snuffing that out, which I love. So excited for that game tonight. It's Emerson Hancock against Randy Vasquez, 640. You can listen right here on 97.3 The Fan if you're so inclined.
Absolutely. This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back and so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service. Paulie mentioned that he watches, we were just talking with Bret Boone about Mason Miller. And Paulie said this morning, I watched the 9th inning now like a kid. It's ridiculous how fun and enjoyable it is. And we have been blessed with Trevor Hoffman here in San Diego. Heath Bell was fantastic. We've had great closers year after year. But there was always nerves, even when Trevor was out there.
Oh, yeah.
One of the 2 best who has ever done it.
Yep.
Him and Mariano Rivera. In fact, I think Kenley Jansen moved into 3rd place on the all-time saves list last night behind only Mariano and Trevor. But I still remember there was a lot of nerves, like, get a couple runners on. He got the changeup, got him out, got it out of the inning. Like at this moment with Mason Miller, you don't even feel nervous when he comes into a game. Like a 4-1 lead. And he's got to get 3 outs. Are you kidding me? It's hopeless for the other team right now.
I mean,
and he will give up runs.
Yes, he's going to give up a run at some point.
Never give up a run again.
No, it's spectacular, and they talked about it on the broadcast last night. Paulie mentioned it too. It's almost like, all right, don't add on in the 8th. I want to watch Mason Miller pitch. Like we're good. Like keep it here, save situations.
It's 4-1. I'm like, you don't need that anymore. We're good. No offense. I don't really want to watch Ron Marinaccio now. I'd rather see.
He's been great.
They showed him. They showed the bullpen. It was just Mason Miller, and then the next time they showed it, Marinaccio was starting to get loose. And I'm like, dang it, come on, no. I want to watch Mason Miller.
But ultimately, I mean, you want big leads.
Correct.
Where you can save Mason Miller is a good thing.
Absolutely. But I'm with you. You've invested all of 8 innings, and you're like, ooh, here we go. I get to see my guy, and then the Padres tack on 6 runs. You're like, all right, never mind. I take those wins, man. Take those wins any way we can get them.
We're watching the intro after the 8th inning yesterday, my wife and I, and we don't typically stay for the end of a lot of games.
Yeah, but now you have to.
We're usually heading home, want to get in bed, watch the last few innings from there, and she's like, we have to see this. We have to see this in person.
Yeah, the Reaper, the whole bit.
Like next time we're at a game and it's the 7th inning and 3-1 or something, I'm like, hey, we're sticking around. Got to see this.
Got to have it.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of player Leodalis DeVries will develop into.
It's funny. I just looked him up.
Did you?
And to see how he's doing right now in Double-A. in Midland, and he's tearing it up, man. 359 batting average, OBP of 444, slugging 538. His OPS is 983. Total base is 21 so far in 10 games. I mean,
I know for a normal closer, if they had just gotten a normal good closer, it wouldn't be worth a top prospect.
Correct.
But Mason Miller feels a little different.
Feels a little abnormal.
I
think Leo's going to be a really good player.
I was going to say, are we allowed to root for him?
Oh, I do.
Because I'm
root for
planning
him.
on it.
Oh, I root for him. 100%.
I typically
don't.
Yeah, it's not even like a conscious effort, like, oh, screw you now because you got traded. Like, it's just once you're traded, I'm more excited about the new players. Couldn't really care less about what you do in your career moving forward.
We talked about it last week because how many times have we traded somebody for somebody average, right? We've traded Munoz, in the Austin Nola deal, and you're like, dude. And so of course you're not going to root for Munoz because Nola wasn't good. Wasn't he in that deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, you look at it and you go, I tip my hat. We have the best, the guy trending to be the best of all time.
No.
A perfect player. And you guys have this young up and comer. It was a fair-ish swap in that they're both one is great and one has the potential to be great.
By the way, logically, you want Leo Dallas DeVries to be good.
Correct.
Because that then encourages other teams to trade with you. And like, okay, Padres put good prospects out there. You trade with them, you're going to get something good. I'm calling the Padres. I'm dangling a good player. I got a starter. I got a starting pitcher. I'm the Marlins. I got Sandy Alcantara might be on the trade block. You know what? Padres do put together some good stuff out there. Other teams have had good results trading with them. I would like to trade with them and acquire one of their prospects. That's a good thing for the San Diego Padres.
The Marlins have had good luck with the San Diego Padres, with Jacob Marcy and with Robbie Snelling is really an up-and-comer for them. So I don't know if the report is true. Do you have the tweet from yesterday about the Dominican or the pitcher that is not going to sign apparently with the San Diego Padres, 16-year-old in the international draft? I'm looking for it.
You had showed it to me last night, and Padres had an agreement with the pitcher who's going to sign for something over $1 million, and
it's not pulling up.
Okay, well, someone had commented, "Why would you ever want to sign with the San Diego Padres if you're a if you're a 16-year-old prospect? If AJ Preller is your general manager, that's an organization you want to stay out of."
Here it is. San Diego has lost the top pitcher from the 2027 international class. Yoel King, a 16-year-old Dominican phenom already touching 100 miles an hour, will not sign with the Padres. So
if that's true, I don't know if it's true, if it was ever true, what the story is.
Yeah, no doubt. It says the situation escalated when the organization attempted to lower his bonus to $1 million due to budget limitations, a move that ultimately eliminated the confidence needed to finalize what once looked like a done deal. And a guy said, if I were a prospect, I would never sign with the Padres with Preller in charge. I said, I wouldn't worry about it, homie.
But you would want to sign because Preller's prospects.
I don't think you have to worry about getting signed.
I would never want to play for the Pirates. Yeah, you're fine.
But even if they don't make it to the big leagues with the San Diego Padres, if you're signing, your goal is not to make it to the big leagues with the team you signed.
Correct.
It's to make it to the big leagues.
Yeah.
And it's
not Padre for life, guys.
No, a lot of AJ Preller's prospects. In fact, there was a stat recently that Padres were definitely top 2 or 3 in getting minor leaguers to the big leagues. Now, a vast majority of them make it with some other organization because they've been traded, but they get to the big leagues. AJ identifies really good players, puts them in his organization that eventually do make it to the big leagues. They can't all make it with the San Diego Padres, especially
if you don't.
With
you do, actually.
So many high-priced players already locked in. You don't have spots for these guys, so you end up trading them. They do make it to the big leagues. And then when it comes to, budgetary limitations, every team has their international draft limit. I mean, it's not that high. It's only like $6 million or whatever it is. They may want to devote more of that to someone else. They may have found someone they liked better. And unfortunately, that's part of the game. Like, hey, we would still like you, but now we have this other guy as well, and we can't fit both of you entirely into the budget. So we're still interested in you, but it's going to have to be a little bit less. That's a normal, I think, conversation when it comes to these 15 and 16-year-old international prospects.
Yeah.
They can get mad and leave. They could also change their mind and go, you know what? I actually do like your offer, and I'm changing my mind. I'm coming back to the San Diego Padres. So,
100%.
Don't panic or read too much into one report like that.
I mean, again, you're talking about a 16-year-old pitcher, so we would have seen him in 5, 6, 7 years. Listen, one thing I do know about them, they have their eyes on probably several more, Ben. This was not we're going to put all our eggs in this kid's basket. And even if the report is true, I don't know. I was unfamiliar with who this person is that tweeted it. I did see it yesterday, sent it to you guys, in case we wanted to dig a little deeper. But, listen, 16-year-old kid, maybe you lost out on one. All right, there's more. There's plenty. It's weird. You would think like 16-year-olds that throw 100 don't grow on trees. They actually do now. I mean, maybe not 100, but mid-90s. Like I see these kids at these showcases and stuff. I'm like, all right, it's not the end of the world for me.
One thing you can rest assured of, AJ and his team have done their scouting of everybody. They've turned over every rock that they can find internationally. They will put together a class that ends up being one that people go, oh, it's a pretty good international class that the Padres have put together.
For sure.
So anyway, let's take a time out because when we come back, we can play some Take on Wood. Still looking for our first qualifier this month for the field level seats for the Padres-Phillies game on Memorial Day. That's a big one, but you got to play our trivia contest against Woods, movies, TV, or music trivia, your choice. Coming up next, call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We'll play our game when we return. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours.
Job.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
What's he up to?
He's going to be working at an ice cream parlor.
Oh, I had a buddy that did that at Baskin Robbins. He said you have very sticky hands.
I would think. I said that's not an easy job.
It's
and
not.
It's going to be by the market, the Pike Place. So,
oh my God,
touristy area. But he said they say a lot of tips though, and you can make some good money. Generally, a happy working environment.
Yeah,
everyone's
you're around ice cream,
eating ice cream, and everyone's pretty happy. So
the Pike Place market, it's like a big farmer's market essentially. That smells like seafood.
Yeah,
but they had a place that we would have to go anytime me and my boys were downtown. We would stop by the market. They had this stand that had like this machine. It looked like the old popcorn machine, the red, tall one with the lamp. And they made powdered donut balls, like powdered donut circles with the cinnamon dusting over it. They'd throw them in this little brown paper bag, shake it up, give it to you. It was like $4. It was the best.
That sounds outstanding.
Oh my God, it was so good.
The thing that he's going to have to worry about that would spin me out at an ice cream parlor is the sample guy.
Oh, yeah. Can I try this one?
Can I try that one?
Is that cookies and cream? Can I see what that one tastes like?
Can I try your vanilla?
It tastes like cookies and cream. What about the lemon one? It tastes like lemon. The orange tastes like orange. The caramel tastes like caramel.
Snozzberries taste like
snozzberries. That's what I was thinking, too.
Drive me crazy, dude.
So that's his plan. He starts, I think, like next week. And then he's got some summer work lined up, but this is immediate. So
the ice cream parlor gig.
How does he feel about Dick's?
Sporting Goods?
No.
Oh.
The other Dick's.
Dick's Last Resort.
No, Dick's Burgers.
I told him to look into that because he told me that they like
staple.
And they help pay your way through school.
Told you, if he was looking to get into fast food at all, most of my friends that went to like the University of Washington, they have a couple of locations near there. You work and they pay like a significant portion of your like quarterly tuition. If you take a certain amount of credits while you work, they will help you out, and they're really good with the college students.
So he interviewed at Shake Shack, but he felt I don't want to smell like the fryer all day, so maybe that's part of the problem with the fast food.
Yeah, in there, you smell ice cream all day. Maybe, but you get tired of ice cream too, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure you get tired of anything. You're working out all day.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, we've got a bunch of people on the line ready to play our game. It is time for a little Take on Woods. Let's get to it. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm Security and Fire Alarms for every business. We got you. Is this Miles?
Yes, sir.
Miles, you want to play some Take on Woods?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. If you can beat or tie Woods in our 5-question musical or TV or movie trivia challenge, you will qualify for the grand prize. A pair of field-level seats to Padres Phillies on Memorial Day. Still looking for our first qualifier. Here are your categories. Woods has left a room. Music on the clock. 5 songs that include a specific time of day in the title. TV, It's My Show. 5 television shows that include the word show in the title. And our new movie category, Checkered Flag. 5 movies about auto racing. So music on the clock, TV, It's My Show, or movies, Checkered Flag. Miles, what would you like to play?
Let's do movies.
All right, we're on a movie run. Movies about auto racing. I think this is a very doable category today, Miles. I'm just going to give you some encouragement. You'll have 60 seconds to answer 5 questions. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First questions are 2-second movie clip. You need to identify the movie based on the clip that Paulie plays. You good to go, Miles?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you're first. Woods is second. You beat her time. You're into the drawing. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Again, the category is called Checkered Flag. Miles, your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck. Let's take on Woods.
He rubs you, and rubbing's son is racing.
He's a Thunder.
Correct. Will Ferrell stars as Ricky Bobby, in which 2006
Talladega Nights.
Correct. Lightning McQueen learns important life lessons in Radiator Springs, in which Pixar animated classic.
Cars.
Correct. Brad Pitt stars as Sonny Hayes, who returns to racing after a 30-year absence, in which
F1.
Correct. An American team sets out to dethrone the Italian champs in 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans race, in which 2019 movie featuring Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
Ford.
I need more.
Grand Prix.
No, Ford v. Ferrari. Ouch. 4 out of 5. But will it be enough in as I said, a gettable category? Hang on the line, Miles. Let's everything else was correct. Let's bring Woods in. I just don't know. I do not know. All right, Miles' score is locked in. Hi.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
Good. Everything all right?
Welcome back.
Good.
All right, Woods plays without the category, but not hard to figure this one out. 60 hours
What is
movies.
it?
Movies, sorry.
Again, Jesus.
60 seconds on the clock. Your
Change
time.
this game to take Woods to the movies.
It is. You've been winning, though, so let's see how you do today.
Okay.
Time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck. Let's take on Miles.
He rubs you, and rubbing's son is racing.
Oh, that's Days of Thunder.
Correct. Will Ferrell stars as Ricky Bobby, in which 2000.
Talladega Nights.
Correct. Lightning McQueen learns important life lessons. Correct. Brad Pitt stars as Sonny Hayes, who returns to racing.
F1.
Correct. An American team sets out to dethrone the Italian champs in the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans race, in which 2019 movie featuring Matt Damon and Christian
Ford
Bale.
versus Ferrari.
Yeah, that's 5-4. You did it again.
Wow.
Ouch. Thank you for playing, Miles.
Bit of a generational run here.
I said that was a very doable category today.
Yeah.
Called Checkered Flag.
Whew, man, good one. I just watched, I started F1 not too long ago. It's on Apple TV. It's pretty good. I'm piecing my way through it.
Well, pass and bomb.
Oh, I saw this.
Uh-oh, what?
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. We got a couple minutes here.
The latest mega deal for a top young player.
Wow.
Cha-ching, baby. Shortstop Kevin McGonigal
Well,
and the Detroit
we have
Tigers.
here.
8 years, $150 million deals, a massive windfall that locks up the 21-year-old well into the next decade.
Four or five of the mega deals for young prospects, rookies, guys who haven't even broken into the big leagues already this year?
Kevin McGonigal, Connor Griffin, Colt Emerson.
And I feel like there's one more.
JJ?
I don't think JJ Weatherholt's gotten his.
He hit
He's
two
probably
bombs
wondering, like,
yesterday.
hey, what
I feel like there was
about
one
me,
more.
guys?
Yeah.
Just hit 2 homers.
The
But
Brewers have somebody?
yes, he hasn't even made his debut yet.
It's
Carter? What was his name?
I love radio where we just try to think of names.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
That we can't think of because we're old people who forget things very easily.
I don't know, but that's awesome for
This
Kevin.
is what the chat. This is what you're for in here. Just start firing out the names that we can't
We're waiting
remember.
on you. We're filibustering.
Well, anyway, Kevin McGonigal is the latest to sign a major contract extension. Woods, who is not cornered the market on Kevin McGonigal cards, but you've got a few.
I've got some really good ones. Yeah.
Seeing
And I just
dollar
sold
signs
one.
flash in front of your eyes.
I sold one as the most expensive card I ever sold for $350. So that guy got a good deal,
right?
On
It's
it.
probably
Yeah.
going up today from $350.
Balsamic Vinny's got it. It was Seymour Butts.
Yes,
Seymour
Butts. That's right.
That's who we were trying
That's
to
who
think
it
of.
was.
He signed that big $140 million extension.
Jenna Tolles. No, it was Cooper Pratt. Was that him?
That's
Cooper
it.
Pratt
That's who I
and
thought.
Colt Emerson.
I said Carter. I was thinking Cooper.
Cooper
That's
Pratt
right.
sounds
Cooper
like
Pratt.
a fictional character.
Yeah, it sounds like a country singer, as you said.
They did. That's right. We put
Yep.
a whole
Cooper Pratt,
real or
Colt
fake.
Emerson. Yeah. Yeah,
Too
that's
many.
right.
Can't keep them all straight now.
That's right. Whoa, I almost just read that on the air, Elisa. I'm glad I didn't. Never seen that one before.
I haven't
Holy
either.
smokes.
You can say it slowly.
Mike Oxlong.
Hi, Mr. Oxlong.
Good to meet you.
I'm Mike.
How are you? Good to see you, bud.
We'll let everyone say it fast. on
She
their own.
almost got me, man. I'm not kidding. Like I was this.
That would have been
I was
awesome.
this close to be like, oh, and then it hit me. I'm of the Encinitas Oxlongs. It's incredible. This is the first time I've ever seen that one. I thought I'd
It's hard
seen
to get new ones.
I
at
thought
this
I'd
stage.
seen all of them at this point. Wow.
Oxlong.
Are you're of the Ox Malls?
No.
Oh, you're not? Oh, we know. We saw the picture. The
Come
Ox
on, who are you
Malls
kidding?
and the Oxlongs. That was fantastic. Thank you, guys.
It's like the ex-gargantuans.
It
Yeah.
is. I mean, some people stretch it to come up with names. It could
Stretch
never
what?
possibly be names.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Just to make it funny. But the funniest ones are when it actually sounds like it could be a real name.
100%.
Yes.
That's kind of a cool last name too. Oxlong
yeah.
is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That was great. Glad I didn't say it live on the radio.
That would have been good.
That would have been good.
All right, let's take a quick time out. When we come back, the Athletic, our friend Dennis Lynn, still feeling under the weather, so he didn't join us, but he did report on the possible interest the Padres have in one Lucas Giolito.
As we speculated.
Interesting. We will get to that and the rest of our Major League Baseball whip around coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
7 Mile Casino, our place to play cards. They focus on 4 games: California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em poker, Pai Gow, Baccarat. All fun. I prefer Texas Hold'em. Woods likes California-style blackjack, although I will sit down at a Pai Gow table. It's a little slower, but it's kind of fun picking your own 2 hands, 5 cards and a 2-card hand, and then you play against the dealer, who also makes their 5 and 2-card hands, and you try to win them both, or you push, or you lose them both. That's how Pai Gow works.
I mean, listen, it's all of those table games are those card games are what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
But California style blackjack for me, it's the one that makes the most sense right now. And Texas Hold'em takes a while to do. California style blackjack, you can go in and play 10 hands if you want, call it a day. Have
You're
fun
more
with
impatient
it.
than I am.
I am way more impatient. I'm very I'm always moving.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification.
I get it.
Indeed. But they got all the food that you need there. Sammy's, all the chopped salads, the pizza's delicious. Their Kung Pao chicken, as we've talked about, it should be award winning. I don't know if it's won any awards, but it should.
I don't know what sort of awards
Best
Kung
Kung Pao
Chicken is
chicken
up
in
for,
San Diego.
who decides that, but it really would win quite easily. And then this weekend, the weekend brunch, which is the best, that was awarded best in the South County, Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Sammy's. Check it all out today at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All this extension talk, Ben & Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Who would you want to extend right now on the San Diego Padres? Adrian Morejon, Ramon Laureano.
Are you going to ask
Mason
me,
Miller?
And are you just going to give me the answers?
I'm just going to give you names.
You just gave me all
one.
the answers, all three of those guys.
But you only get one.
Oh, one?
Yes, you only get to pick one.
Oh. Boy, I like Ramon Laureano.
I am a big Ramon Laureano fan.
How comfortable are you just locking up that outfield for the next few years? Toddy, Merrill.
Well, you're going to trade Tatis, obviously, because you can't afford it. No, I think,
Mason Miller's not as urgent, but
he's had 4 years left, I think.
You also could just
Laureano's on a 1-year deal. So is Morejon.
Lock that thing up forever.
I'm not messing with Mason Miller's contract right now. You don't need to.
You don't have to.
Stop doing that.
Right.
How old is Ramon Laureano?
32 is my guess.
I think you're about accurate. I was going to say 31, but the correct answer is 31.
31. Right again, Benjamin.
How many better years does he have? Last year especially his best. He's gotten off to another really good start.
I'm not trying to lock him up till he's 43 or anything.
Correct.
We have enough of those.
3-year deal.
4-year deal.
3-year deal would be elite. What's he make now?
6 or 6.5.
14 for the next 14 a year for the next.
He probably wants to. I mean, this is his golden ticket. This is his chance to cash in.
Abby's a good point. Makes a good point here. Laureano's our new profile. Yeah, he brings an edge. He plays left field. He brings an edge, and is really all business.
But as I think anyone will also point out, Profar was very disposable, as it turned out, and was probably very
the right
wise
move.
that the Padres did not extend Jurickson Profar. So
absolutely right.
Keep that in mind when you make that comparison, which is accurate. Same position, same edge, very similar actually, just not a switch hitter, but also.
I mean, Profar would smile from time to time. Ramon doesn't smile. Ramon is just literally there to destroy.
Yeah, he almost
challenged.
That decided to do the old psych, never mind, and then smiled.
No, I love him. I love watching him play. And when a ball is hit to left field, there's a couple hard hit balls last night. I went, oh, we're all right. We got Razor there.
Angelo points out Laureano did have a PED suspension earlier in his career.
100%.
Which is dangerous because you get another one. It's a full season.
Correct.
Like with Jurickson. So, but hopefully everything's good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of his, man.
I tend to lean position player over pitcher. Pitcher, as great as Adrian Morejon is,
he's
and
so
still
good.
is, you're going to have seasons which are just like already. He's probably not going to have an ERA better than 3 this year just because he's gotten off to such a slow start.
Yeah, but if he goes out
he'll still have a great year. But
if he goes out and does, who cares about his ERA? Like, he's going to help you win baseball games. And Paulie was on the trade Morejon last year train. You're on the don't re-sign him train because he's a pitcher. He was like the most dominant lefty in baseball last year. And we would have been, and I know we got bounced first round. We would have been dead without him because Schilt leaned on him like crazy. And you can already see Stammen, leaning on him.
I was in the trade Morejon camp because it was like the highest his value had ever been.
Correct.
And it was also trading from a point that's a strength on your roster.
No doubt.
Like, it's not like, hey, I mean, you don't want to lose him. I'm not advocating for moving him, but at the time, especially when you had Robert Suarez.
I honestly think I don't want to say, I think his signability is easier, in my opinion, his extendability, if that's a word, than maybe some of the other names that you mentioned, because of his extremely tight relationship with this organization and with Ruben.
I agree.
Not saying you have to give us a big, massive discount.
And remember, Adrian did get a good chunk of change, like 11 million when he started as an international prospect. So, organization has put a lot of faith in him. Doesn't mean that he's not allowed to test free agency and see what's out there, but I would imagine he's much more comfortable with the Padres than he would be anywhere else.
As would I. I mean, imagine seeing him, in a Reds uniform or something. It would just look jarring. He's been with this organization since he was 16 years old or whatever, 17 years old. He's been here forever. I mean, he's been here forever. And that, in my opinion, would probably make it a little bit more comfortable for everybody to say.
Let me throw one more name into the mix. Randy Vasquez.
100%. What's he at?
I mean, Randy Vasquez is still under team control. I believe they have another year of team control.
He goes into pre-arb next year.
Oh, so they have 4 more years of team control? Oh, you're good. He's
You're
still
fine.
on the minimum, basically, 800,000.
Yeah, you're good.
And next year, he won't be able to even get a raise. He won't even be in arbitration.
It's so mean that we're sitting here like, oh, good. Sorry, can't
Randy.
get a raise next year,
Sorry,
bud.
Randy.
Jeez.
Keep exposing him.
It's like he works in radio or something.
Right.
All right.
Don't need to give him a raise.
Now, you could extend someone or you could sign someone right now. If you have that money burning a hole in your pocket, talk about the reporting about Lucas Giolito after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by San Diego Law Firm, fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Watch out, there's a crash northbound on the 805 at 8th Street, partially blocking the exit ramp, and another collision north on the 15 at Friars Road. You spoke up and suddenly your schedule changed, your hours got cut, or the pressure got worse. That's not okay. San Diego's law firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. I'm Sue Aller with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, it's one thing for us to speculate it. We do have a decent perspective and a finger on the pulse of the San Diego Padres. But when you get actual reporting from The Athletic, that takes things up another notch. And yesterday, in a piece from The Athletic that was contributed to by Dennis Lin, Ken Rosenthal, and others, it is reported that the Padres are indeed expressing interest in right-hander Lucas Giolito. The Cubs also a team that have expressed interest in Lucas Giolito.
Boy, where would you want to pitch if you were Lucas Giolito? My guess would be here in sunny San Diego in the vast and cavernous Petco Park. So that would be a really good fit here. Concerns of what he wants money-wise, certainly. The fact that they're interested in Giolito, Ben, leads me to believe that, Nick Pivetta is probably not going to be back for a while. But yeah, you're going to need to find somebody that eats those innings. And listen, I just don't know that you trust JP Sears right now. And Griffin Canning is still, throwing well, but a bit of a question mark. Herman Marquez is a question mark. Walker Buehler is a question mark. So you've got some question marks. And, if you get down to that point where your rotation is King, Vasquez, Buehler, Waldron, and Marquez, kind of dicey.
It is. The Cubs are, of course, in need after the injury to Cade Horton.
Yep, he's out for the year.
So they're looking. Now, they view Giolito as more of a back-end starter.
Well, he'll fit in perfect with the rest of our back-end starters.
But Lucas Giolito, I think, views himself more as or at least a mid to top level starter.
What does he care at this point? Like, what is he? It's not like he's a position player that's like, I'm a shortstop.
Once the season starts,
it doesn't matter.
You just have your pitchers
that
go out
slot
there.
in, right?
He just wants to get paid like more like a 2 or a 3, and I think teams are more interested in paying him like a 4
or 5
or a 5, and that's why he's been sitting there throughout the offseason, throughout spring training, and now throughout the first 2.5 weeks of the season, with no essential movement on Lucas Giolito. I think that's clearly what the issue is. Teams view him as a potentially valuable 4 or 5 starter pay-wise, and he's going, no, I'm a 2 or 3. Look at my numbers. I'm a 2 or a 3 guy. As reasonable as he sounded yesterday when we played that audio, I said, hey, my guys have the numbers. They have the numbers. These are what the numbers say I should be making. Just pay me what it says, somewhere close to what it says. Teams just aren't interested in doing that with Lucas Giolito.
Yeah, here's MLB Deadline News says he feels like one of the most boom or bust pitchers in baseball. That's exactly why a fringe contending team with a limited budget should take a chance on him.
But if it's a bust, it's a double bust because you've paid him, you've taken up a roster spot, and now you're throwing out bad starts from Lucas Giolito. That's a triple loss. If you sign Lucas Giolito and he doesn't pan out, you have hurt your organization in multiple ways. It's a gamble It's a big gamble. And right now, I think the Padres are more comfortable with what they already have, as pedestrian as it may seem, and Matt Waldron and Griffin Canning, that they're more comfortable with the known rather than the unknown, somewhat expensive unknown of Lucas Giolito.
Yeah, it's fair. I can't say that I'll be devastated if they don't go out and get Lucas Giolito, but there's a need. There's a need, and it's a fit. And if it only costs you money and not prospects, I think that's something obviously the Padres need to look at and currently are looking at. Cubs are very much in the mix for him as well, based on what I'm reading right now.
So we will keep an eye on that story, especially with Nick Pivetta heading to the injured list. Now, looking at the rest of Major League Baseball, we talked about some of the NL West finals from yesterday earlier. Outside of the NL West, A's beat the Rangers in a pitcher's duel 2-1. Jeffrey Springs been very good.
He's been nasty
for the A's. He improved to 3-0 in that one. The Cardinals walked off the Guardians 6-5 in the 10th inning. It's the third walk-off win for the Cardinals this season. They only had 6 all of 2025, so they're already halfway there after just a couple of weeks, and it reflects in the record. Even though Cardinals aren't expected to do a ton, they've done a good job by winning a lot of close games. Padres won a lot of close games last year.
Yep.
Had more one-run wins, I think, than just about any team in baseball. They haven't been playing quite as many close games. They've had a few, but they've also had some 3-run games, some 5-run games. It's been a little – I think their run differential's top 7 in baseball, I think the last time I looked.
They're plus 17 right now in the run differential.
Yeah,
it's up there.
Solid.
God, the Braves, Jesus, they're plus 41 run differential with Austin Riley not doing anything. That's crazy.
I think they've had a couple of big double-digit wins.
The Twins
have skewed that a bit.
The Twins plus 21. Bananas. The leader, Ben, in the American League East, the Tampa Bay Rays, they have a -7 run differential right now.
Now that is finding ways to win. They beat the White Sox yesterday 8-5. The Twins, as you mentioned, they shut out the Red Sox 6-0. Mick Abel, 7 innings and 10 strikeouts for the Twins. He
was in the Johan Duran trade.
The Blue Jays kept the Brewers skidding with 3 in the 9th and then 3 in the 10th to win that one 9-7.
That's rough.
In Milwaukee. The Angels beat the Yankees 7-1. Yankees' offensive struggles continue. Reed Detmers struck out 9 in 7 innings as the Angels have found a bit of a, with Jose Soriano, Reed Detmers, they found a bit of a pitching staff.
Little honey hole there.
Early in the season.
They're sitting at 500.
Former Padre C.J. Abrams hit his 6th home run of the year, had 2 other hits as the Nationals got past the Pirates 5-4. Pitchers duel between the Tigers and Royals. Framber Valdez outdoing Cole Reagans in a 2-1 win for the Tigers. And Carson Kelly hit a 3-run home run for the Cubs as they topped the Phillies 10-4.
That's crazy. Somebody in the chat, Ray, said he opted out. Giolito meaning.
Yeah, he
opted
could have
out of
signed for 19
mil.
Now there's some pride there as well, because you don't want to feel stupid. Like, although I think it was a mutual option, I don't know if necessarily the other side was picking it up.
That's a tough turn.
But you
down.
don't. Yeah, you.
It's tough turn down to go out and get
your
6.
agent. Your agent's also got a save face here too.
Yeah.
He recommended that you turn down $19 million, and now he's going, you know what? They're offering 12. We should just take it.
Take the 6, man.
It's like, I'll take it, and you're fired.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what that conversation sounds like.
Man,
wow,
bad advice in his career.
That is that's interesting. Yeah, if they got him, great. We need him. We absolutely need him. But not at 20 million per or whatever. Is he signing a 1-year rental? Is it like a 1-year deal? Is he, just going to finish out the season? I have no idea what his plans are, but if he I know he's an innings guy. Like he's can go out and eat innings once he's built up and ready to go, and you need that.
By the way, if you were wondering if the Padres were going to dodge Jose Soriano in the Angels series this weekend, nope, they got him in the first game on Friday. Right now it says
we got Brian Wu.
It says German Marquez, but according to Matt Waldron, he's in that slot against Jose Soriano at the Big A coming up on Friday night in the opener to a 3-game series.
I think we were going to try to go up there for Sunday.
And then it would probably be Marquez on Saturday against Yusei Kikuchi. And then Sunday, it's listed as Michael King against Reed Detmers.
Nice.
So, yeah, going to get some good pitching. I think Kikuchi's off to a pretty good start as well. No, He's not.
Oh, no? I thought he did.
0-2, 7.50 ERA.
Let's take it
totally
down.
wrong.
He's the one that scares me then. Not Soriano.
Right.
I mean, when you go out and beat Brian Wu last night, that says a lot about what kind of ball club you have.
Yeah, that was an impressive win
Very
by
impressive.
the Padres. I mean, good at bats.
Yep.
You know, they didn't hit them all over the yard, but they made contact. Kind of the ways that you see the Padres, like when you get to Nick Pivetta or you get to Michael King, it's not always pretty, but there are ways to beat good pitchers.
Well, they got to Michael King a little bit last night, but man, he was able to knuckle down in the best spots without his best stuff. So really impressive stuff from Kinger so far.
All guests on Bennett Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We've got 1 hour to go. Reindl Report's next. A little college basketball talk. More Aztecs continuing the exodus from San Diego State, but they also got a pickup yesterday as well. So we can talk some college basketball and more coming up. 9 o'clock hour. Bennett Woods next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Wrapping up the Lucas Giolito conversation. Angelo says, give Lucas the AJ special. $1 million this year, $24 million next year, options, opt-outs, etc. Not impossible, but I do think the unknown of the sale is going to make it a little harder to throw a bunch of money next year, not knowing who the owner is going to be yet. They may want to be more aggressive. Like, why'd you do that? We could do other things that are even better. Save the money for a bigger move coming up at the trade deadline or something. You just don't know until the sale is finalized and we know who the owner is and what their short and long-term plans are going to be. And that was included in the Athletic piece, that is one thing that may be holding up some of the Padres' interest in Giolito.
Sure. I've got the Little League dads asking me every time I see him, who's it going to be? Which one's it going to be? I go, man, I have no idea. Zero. Your guess is as good as mine. At this point, it's flipping a coin, throwing a dart at a board. It could be any one of the four. So I have no idea. I have no idea who I want. I can sell myself on anybody, though, for sure. As soon as they're in, deep dive, sell myself on the whole thing.
I mean, literally 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%.
Yeah.
You cannot be shocked at all. I can't believe it was that guy. You better not have that reaction because there is zero way to tell who is in the lead or who is bidding more.
And there's, for me, like, if you ask me to rank them, I don't know. If I look at net worth, I think I'd go the Friedkin 1, Gores,
Feliciano, and then Lacob. If you're going those sports ownership quality, maybe Lacob
/
Gores, then Feliciano, then Friedkin. I don't know.
Like I said, I'll sell myself on whoever it is. Whoever it is,
You'll eat the soup.
I'll eat the soup.
We'll eat the soup. We're giving you and a chance, you and a guest, a chance to go away with Weezer on their Weezer The Gathering tour. Get hooked up with flights, a 2-night hotel stay, a pair of tickets to see Weezer, plus a meet and greet with the band and a signed set list, thanks to Live Nation and Crush Music. And all you have to do to enter, listen to us on the Odyssey app. Download the free app, create your account, favorite our station, and listen for an hour to get your daily entry. Come back each day for another chance to win. This is a national contest. Paulie, you may take it away.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul. All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah?
All right.
Happy
Wednesday, gentlemen.
Happy Tax Day. Happy Jackie Robinson Day. I believe everyone will be wearing number 42 tonight.
Good. Always one of my favorite days of the year. All right, we will get started here. A little college hoops, an update on the exodus at San Diego State. Just going to be an entirely new roster. And this one yesterday surprised me a little bit. Not that Magunguath was leaving. We knew he was entering the transfer portal. I figured he'd be in uniform for like a blue blood, 1 deep run into the NCAA tournament, and then off to the NBA draft you go. No. Magunguath has committed to DePaul.
Of Paul.
Out there in downtown Chicago.
We'll go see him this summer when we're in town.
Lincoln Park. Beautiful area.
We have to go. We have to go visit DePaul.
1,000%.
If not just to get out of an Uber and like stand and get a picture.
You have to get a sweatshirt that says DePaul.
You
have to.
100%.
The Blue Demons, right?
Yeah.
Blue Demons.
I told you I tried to get in there. They wouldn't let me in, so I went to Loyola. So there you go.
DePaul. Of Paul.
Yes.
Not a great basketball school.
But didn't they pick up another star from somewhere else? They're going for it, I think, is the gist.
No, I don't know if they got some massive influx of donation money.
So is Providence, who picked up Miles Bird, going for it.
Yep.
Creighton picked up BJ Davis. Now,
it says about Guath, it says he'd been talking to several SEC and Big 12 programs, and then out of the blue, heading to DePaul.
Out of the Blue Demons.
What
Good one, Paul.
What could have swayed him to stop talking to the SEC and Big 12 programs? I wonder.
Yeah,
I think what's interesting, the 4 Aztecs who have already committed, so Bird, Compton, Guath, and BJ Davis, they're all going to programs that were worse even than San Diego State last year.
That's because they're getting paid.
Exactly.
Creighton has solid-ish recent history over the last 10 years or whatever. DePaul does not.
No.
And you're looking at it, you go, I know San Diego State had a really bad season. They a couple of bad seasons. They got in last year, barely, got blown out in the play-in game, did not make the tournament this year. That's 2 down seasons here in San Diego. The Aztecs, like the San Diego State basketball program, is still a much better program than DePaul.
A down season is two years in which you barely made and barely missed the NCAA tournament. There are teams, a down season is you weren't even close to making the NCAA tournament. That's how far things have changed. Now, it's just getting harder. No, Brian Dutcher has to replace virtually his whole roster, and he did add another big piece reportedly yesterday. Transfer guard Nick Anderson from Rice is joining the Aztecs. Good shooter, 40% from three-point range, very low turnover rate, and one of those kind of hungry, chip on the shoulder guys that Dutch likes to recruit. So
he averaged 15.5 last year. So, and it was his 3-point clip is pretty good. Like he shoots at a very good rate.
Guath got about $2 million.
They say that Bird's getting 2.5 to 3
with incentives
with
over 3. BJ Davis getting $1.5 million. How you can't even be mad at these kids?
No,
$3 million.
But that was not going to happen here.
No,
for them.
I think the toughest thing is when you lose so many players. You're relying on the young guys who are left, and it's just LZ and Tay Simmons maybe to carry on the culture.
Right.
Like it's nice to have a couple of seniors who've been in the program for 2 or 3 years because hey, they set the tone for the culture. All your culture setters are just gone all of a sudden. So I feel like LZ could be a pretty good one if you're going to have to rely on a young guy, a sophomore that seems like knows what he's doing, got a good head on his shoulders, but that's a lot of turnover for 1 year now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. Now it's just like 2 or 3 players a day and leaving San Diego State. Miles Heidi's still out there.
Is Tosh?
Gorville's in the transfer
portal. Yep.
Yeah. It's going to be a very new look roster. Next up, we will move over into just the broad world of sports media. There is quite a story going on over the last couple of weeks, I would say now, and I don't think we've addressed it once.
It's a banger.
I
think we talked briefly about it.
Briefly. It was kind of weird to see how the story developed early on. We're talking about Diana Rossini and pictures that surfaced, I think from the New York Post, published it originally a few weeks ago before the NFL meetings in Phoenix. There was photos of her and Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, like in a hot tub or jacuzzi. They were holding hands. They were in Sedona at this very nice resort
with a bunch of other players.
And there were other
and
NFL
stuff.
people. Like I saw a picture of like Christian McCaffrey just sitting there with his feet in the pool next to them. And of course, the discussion just went crazy online and message boards and all that. Horrible things are being said about her, being said about Mike Vrabel. And you're going, what is happening here? Well, yesterday, I think we got a little bit of closure on the story as Diana Rossini resigned from The Athletic. She has been covering the NFL for a very long time and has always been one of those top insiders that had a ton of trusted sources and breaking stories and all of that. She said, I've covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I've ever published. When the Page 6 item first appeared, The Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed my confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. And she goes on to say, this is not me admitting anything. I've said my piece. This is me backing out and trying to distance myself from this. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Just over it. She's over it, the hubbub, over the drama. Mike Vrabel's going to skate on this thing, though. 100%, right? If there was something nefarious going on.
I believe he's also married.
He is, but if there's something nefarious going on, they make the point in this article.
Resigning.
No, he's not losing his job. And what he'll say, guys, I'm not talking about this anymore.
Yeah.
We've moved on, right? Like,
yeah, it's August, it's mini camp or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me ask a couple of questions. Is it possible for a reporter to have a relationship with someone they are covering and still be fair?
It's possible. I would say it's very difficult.
I would say that you would have to recuse yourself. I don't think if you're having a true relationship with someone. Has it happened before? Absolutely. It's not unheard of in the world of sports that reporters and, athletes or coaches get into relationships. It does happen. Now, let me go a little bit further, though. Is it part of a reporter's job to perhaps flirt, be friendly, and maybe even think that they are interested in someone in order to maybe get more information and have a good relationship with that person? And could people then misconstrue that as being something nefarious going on when simply they were just being kind of very friendly and like, hey, I'm trying to get information from this person. You get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So I'm going to be I would never cross the line and enter into an actual relationship, but if I don't mind, touching his shoulder, holding his hand a little bit, is that a bad thing, or is that a reporter doing their job to the best way that they can do it possibly?
Well, it's interesting because Buster Olney spoke on this yesterday, and he talked about not just inappropriate relationships, because then you're talking about morals v. ethics, right? Morals against ethics. It's two totally different things. He said, man, I see it in baseball where a reporter buddies up to an agent and the agent's like, I'll give you these scoops, but if something happens, just go easy on him. Right? Okay, fine. It's quid pro quo. Stuff happens all the time. Happens locally.
They're probably not sleeping with the agent, but it's still a very problematic relationship.
The job of the reporter is what? To build relationships. And I'm not saying you have to sleep with them to do so. And I don't know that she did. But it is your job to build relationships. And sometimes to build relationships, you have to, wear it a little bit sometimes. If you want to get the information that you're paid to find. It's a very sticky wicket. Very, very sticky wicket. But, now she's out of a job and, that's tough. If she did nothing wrong, if she was just like, no, I just buddied up to him to get scoops and we're friends and she's out of a job, that's tough.
Ben, have you ever flirted with a source to get some info?
Wow.
I flirt with Jay Cronenworth all the time.
He does.
In the
yeah. And Crony flirts back.
He does.
Yeah,
he
nice.
does. Is that inappropriate? I don't know.
We do live in this day and age, though, where public perception a lot of times, whether right or wrong, can be reality.
Sure.
And is this something that she can recover from? Can she get another job covering the NFL now?
I don't know, man.
Does she just?
Has she actually been accused of any reporting that's been inaccurate because of her relation? I don't think so.
No. The stuff that she got was great.
What Patriots stories has she broken in the last year?
They said it was interesting because AJ Brown is going through some stuff in Philly. And, if she's buddy with Vrabel's like, hey, why don't you throw it out there that A.J. Brown would be a really good fit here for what we're looking for, right? So you start creating some of the story. The tail wags the dog in a lot of this. So I think it's interesting, but it's also your private life.
I know.
A little salacious TMZ. Not that we would ever do a salacious TMZ story here on the Reindl Report.
No.
The next one.
Hard-hitting journalism over here. Like this next story that Woodsy sent over.
Are you fascinated by this story, Ben? I don't know that you know what it is yet.
I don't think you do. I can just start with the headline, I suppose. You sent this over. Now, there was a point where we were doing the Jelly Roll story of the day because literally every single day.
We still could, but we're not going to.
We absolutely could. And you put the kibosh on that real quick. Headline reads out of page 6 again here. Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny XO, details how sex life has changed since singer's dramatic 300-pound weight loss. That's a headline in 2026.
Somebody asked her that question. So, how is it?
It was an interview with Playboy, actually.
How's lovemaking been with the role,
Mr. JR?
With JR since the dramatic 300-pound weight loss.
I'm glad you asked, she says. Her quote
Did
was...
she really say that?
No. Her quote was, big body changes mess with your head and your hormones. Add a medication that blunts appetite, and it's not shocking that libido dips too. It's likely an adjustment period, not a permanent shift. That was what she said when this all was going down.
So it's not going well so far.
And then she said, where's the updates? I will tell... I don't want to read that quote. I don't need to talk about that one. Thank you for throwing this at me here, by the way.
You're welcome. So
can't really say that quote either.
They went on pause for a while. And then
because he lost the weight.
Yeah.
I think you would assume after you lose the weight, that's only going to help you.
Ed was there. Ed made an appearance a few times.
Ed.
It says here.
Then he said, I'm chasing her around the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a teenage kid again. I'm like the Pink Panther. I bust out every corner. She opens the cabinet and I go, hi.
That seems like a different story than the one she's telling.
Yeah,
She said, it's just so childlike and giddy just seeing him get to be the man that I always saw that he was. Now that he has the weight off of him, he just gets to be who I always knew that he was. And I think it's brought a new sense of happiness to him. Anytime he's happy, I'm happy. That is from Bunny XO.
So it is good. Wait, I'm so confused now.
There's probably different things they were able to do now that they weren't able to do before. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Turn the mic off.
Sometimes when you lose weight, other parts...
Instead of the usual, like, I'll just sit here.
She's like, okay, I guess
Your
I'll do
mic's
that
back
again.
You're right. There you go. Thanks for that update on the story.
Yeah, there's some danger involved of injury.
100%.
The other way.
100%. Somebody, no, Frenchie. Oh my God. Deviance in there. God. Oh man. That's made my head hurt. Whew.
I mean, oftentimes when you lose weight, you can be more flexible.
That's
possibly.
true. Are you more flexible since you've lost the weight? You have not changed.
Not even a little bit.
How many pounds have you dropped? 40?
40. Not even like
not a hair.
Centimeter of extra flexibility.
Not a bit. 0. I don't get it. You actually have to stretch to be flexible.
I do every day. I use my Theragun you gave me.
That's not stretching.
I stretch after the Peloton, my legs.
What does your stretch routine look like? I bet it is piss poor. I bet it's piss. I bet he does this.
Like bends down to tie his shoes.
All right, that's it for me.
You balance on the pedals and you go one way down and stretch out the calf and the hamstring, and then the other side you stretch out the. Then you get some tricep really deep.
Look at him. He can barely you can barely move. It's crazy.
You should see my golf stretching routine that involves a little bit
of
twists,
a little bit of this. How far down can you get on your toes?
That I can't even get. I can barely get to my waist. I can touch my knees. I cannot touch my knees.
There is no way that's as far as you go.
It's as far as I go. Let's see.
That's it.
Oh my God.
That's as far as I
Ben.
Yeah. I can touch the top of my knees.
All right. We have to put him through the ringer, dude. You need to go through like a machine that just squeezes you. Like a ringer. They hand crank it.
Like ankles, shoes.
You can't not.
He has to put them up on a pedestal.
Bend them completely up to me is the only way I can do that. Yes. But no, I can't. I can touch my knees.
You got to work on your mobility. That's our new resolution. It's not going to feel good. You're not going to like it.
That's why I don't do it.
We need to send him up to our guy, Chris.
He's got to go.
How is my life going to be better if I can touch my...
Because you're not going to look like a 90-year-old man.
Don't know that I don't think that's going to change.
God.
Yes, I've got back problems. I've had back problems for years.
There you go.
That's not muscular. Though.
Yes,
That's a disc.
is.
That's a disc. I've got a disc issue in my back.
Mm-hmm. So did Tiger Woods. So many people have had disc issues. It doesn't mean you have to give up on your flexibility. You have to be more flexible. You cannot touch your knees.
I can touch the top of my knees.
It's crazy. Crazy work. Crazy work.
We gotta work on that.
All right, we will work on that. We'll work on it on the break.
I don't want to injure myself though.
You won't.
This
will lead to more injury than that.
Be very careful. I've learned how to be very careful with my movements.
Been too careful. Holy cow.
Won't need a segue for this next live.
Bend Higgins, by the way. Bend Higgins.
Oh, perfect timing. Yeah, it's broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. I did lose weight. I lost 40 pounds. I feel so much better. I feel healthier. I am happier.
You look
thanks
better.
to SDFatLoss.com. I am not more flexible. They're not a stretch lab, but they do help you lose the weight fast. If you're looking to take off 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days, that's a fast weight loss. But you can do it just by eating the right foods and following the plan, the doctor-developed plan that they lay out for you. Please check it out today. Go to SDFatLoss.com. Schedule a free consultation. Sign up today. Get $200 off the program during their spring special. I know people do the GLP-1 injections. They can be very expensive. You have to do them long term. Why not go with something where you can lose the weight fast? And I have kept the weight off sustainably for 3 years now. I am at my 3-year mark here in the next month or so. I love that I went through the program. I want to send as many tier 1s as possible to do the same thing, just based on real foods from the grocery store that you're eating every day. Lose the weight fast, keep it off long term by going to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Paulie, tell everybody what you just showed us a picture of.
Oh my god, dude! My wife texted me.
We know what to get Benny.
Ben needs one of these, the 3-foot-long shoe horns.
I think 3 feet long.
Kind of.
You know what I really need, and I've always refused to do it because I think it looks bad. But one of those golf ball suction cups, so you pick the ball up out of your hole.
Yes,
that's the hardest part. I can reach down and pick my ball off of the ground, but once it goes like 4 inches under the ground in the hole, it's a little too far for me to get.
I have noticed that actually.
I have
seen
too.
that.
I picture you sitting down cross-legged to grab your ball out and then getting back up again.
It's really not. It's frowned upon to sit down on the green to get your ball. So
that's tough for you.
That is tough for me. So I end up doing a deep knee bend every time I tee up a ball or take a ball up out of the hole.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The 3-foot shoehorn for the inflexible man in your life. It's like, it looks like a cane. It's huge. That's great.
Got some things that we just want to promote for you coming up, including tomorrow's Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable with Bob Scanlon. He probably needs a 5-foot-long shoehorn. He's very tall.
I promise you he can touch his
very
toes.
flexible.
Promise
Bob
you.
Scanlon will be with us for an hour of commercial-free Padres talk from 9 to 10 o'clock. We also have our management report coming up on Friday. Don't know who's going to be with us this week
Mystery
yet.
guest.
Probably find out today or tomorrow. But it is always brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It is better.
Whoever it is, I'm guessing they're flexible enough to not need a shoehorn.
Yes, that would be my guess as well.
Some breaking potential news here in the world of sports. Several reports out that the Saudi-funded LIV Golf League may be dead. In fact, they may cancel it before even tomorrow's tournament begins in Mexico. That they could be pulling
dead,
dead over
like in the next 24 hours.
Goodbye in the next 24 hours. The Saudis are pulling the funding. They're tired of losing hundreds of millions of dollars every year, and the PGA Tour may have just put them out of business finally, which leaves some of the top golfers in the world, like Bryson DeChambeau and Jon Rahm, without a home right now.
You mentioned
they haven't
it
come back
earlier, just very quickly during a commercial break. And I would have thought, like, based on how you worded it, I would like, well, A, who could have seen this coming? B, hey, yeah, what, are they going to finish out this year or this season or whatever? But like, this is like, it might be over.
It might be over now.
Like in a week, we'll be like, hey, you guys remember LIV Golf?
So
fun for a couple of years.
Like the Arena League
like
or
the
something.
San Diego Fleet.
The San Diego Fleet.
They're just gone. Here one day, gone the next.
Man.
But the fallout will be huge. I mean, I'm sure all the golfers will keep their money. Will they actually continue to get paid for their contracts, or will there be lawsuits? And will they be able to come back to the PGA Tour? And what does that look like for the guys who didn't take the deal to come back like Brooks Koepka did? He's probably thinking, ooh, I came up, I perfect timing to come back to the PGA Tour if LIV is actually going away. Patrick Reed did the same thing. He's not back on the PGA Tour yet, but he's playing on the DP World Tour and will likely qualify for the PGA Tour next year.
Yep.
He'll be back. But what about the other guys like Bryson and Jon Rahm, who are still playing on LIV and may no longer have a home, possibly as soon as like now, if some of these reports are true?
Well, listen, one thing we do know is we've already seen it with some golfers returning. They can come back in, but the penalty is going to be steep.
And it's going to be, I mean, that was a temporary offer that they didn't take. So if they do another temporary offer, I guarantee you penalties will be even steeper, and the return and what they have to give up will be even more this time around.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Listen, when they start throwing out, we're giving the guy $100 million or whatever. Like, okay, I mean, it obviously can't last forever, and it didn't. And it will be. Look, ultimately, in a year or two, this will be great for the PGA Tour, because the PGA Tour has always been great. They went and started this thing. Kudos for trying it, but got your bag, no question. You're going to have to jump through some hoops to get back. But ultimately, we're the ones that will benefit.
Even want back? They want Bryson.
Yeah,
they want Jon Rahm.
100%.
The rest of them, Sergio.
No,
I don't think they even care at this point.
Phil,
they won't have Phil. No,
Phil,
it's like
you're
done. I think they won't have to worry about them getting poached, like young players coming up being poached anymore, which will be nice for the PGA Tour. But honestly, beyond those couple of guys, everyone else is way past their prime
and past their prime.
Not worth making a big deal
but
about.
To get Jon Rahm back, to get
big.
Bryson
back would be huge.
Huge for the tour.
He's become incredibly popular, YouTube and everything, and he'll bring a lot of fans back with him if he returns to the PGA Tour, and he may have no choice. So that's the breaking news from the golf world. Not official, but certainly some reports out there that it could be pending. All right, we'll take a final timeout. We'll come back, look ahead. We got another tough pitching matchup tonight at Petco Park. Game 2 of the series. Padres going for their lucky 7th win in a row tonight.
Would love it.
We'll talk about it coming up next with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Bennett Wood Show brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Now, people are arguing in the chat about Matt Waldron. He hasn't even pitched yet. You gotta give him the guy a shot. You know, I'm not going to start dooming about a guy before he's taken the bump one time. Pitched really well down in AAA.
He also pitched very well in 2024.
Sure did.
Big league level.
Carried this team for a good stretch.
He did not pitch well in 2025.
Did not.
But from all
we were at his one game.
Yeah.
Didn't he only have one game?
Yeah, I think he only had the one start
That's
last
right.
year. But from all reports, he's a better pitcher right now than he was in 2024.
Yeah, I would love to see a little resurgence and again, much needed for a pitching staff that's banged up. And again, we talked about it with just a lot of question marks. So.
You know, with Matt Waldron, I always go back to there was one moment on our show, and it was after that surprising 2024 season from Matt Waldron. I believe it was fantasy camp or spring training before the 2025 season. We had Trevor Hoffman on. And the way he talked about Matt Waldron in particular, he was glowing.
Yeah.
He said, like, this guy, he was talking about, like, there's so much potential. I like so much of what he brings and expect this guy to provide some very valuable innings for the Padres. It didn't work in 2025.
No.
But I still remember that. And I'm like, man, Trevor Hoffman's saying that. I'll take a listen.
Yeah, there's I think it's foolish to catastrophize something that hasn't happened yet, right? Like to look ahead and go, oh, he's going to be terrible. He's just going to be terrible. I mean, no, I think he's picked up his velocity.
This is where the seas's at already. We're going to Matt Waldron in April.
Right. And I think, man, there's a lot of teams that have to dip into the well based on injury. There's a lot of teams that no team really gets through its 5-man rotation all the way through. It's almost unheard of, if not 100% unheard of. I'm gonna give the guy a shot. He's earned it.
Don't know that he'll get the results on the big league level he's
we'll
looking
see.
for or not, but the metrics in terms of velocity and the control that he showed both in spring training and his AAA rehab movement, all very good, very positive signs.
And in a tough place to do it. Elisa
for
says,
sure.
Catastrophize. Someone's been cooking in therapy. That's exactly right. I've found that I do that a lot in life. I used to, and that's one of the things I'm working on is not, hey man, why don't you let it play out before you get all upset about it? I've definitely passed it on to my kids, before we had something going for Bo, and last night he's like, but I'm worried about this because we're not going to get to take as many family vacations. I go, why don't you just relax? He's probably upset about Adam.
I'm
Adam,
the opposite.
he's probably mad at Adam for questioning my day off.
It's tough because I think as sports fans, it's hard for us as fanatics to take a loss or something negative about our favorite team. We have to have somebody to blame.
Correct.
Whereas sometimes hey, you're going to lose a lot of baseball games.
You're going to lose a ton.
Sometimes that sucks. Let's move on.
I think one of the real challenges is trying to figure out the right level of concern for something.
Sure.
Between catastrophizing.
Very tough.
And me, which is generally, I'm that meme of the dog sitting at his computer with everything
on fire
around him going,
everything's fine. Everything's good. It's
fine.
And I'm learning to be more like that, right? Like I'm learning to not go.
But you can't totally be like that either.
No.
Sometimes some things do rise to the level of, we need to show some concern here, and we can't continue pretending everything is okay.
Yeah, for sure. Again, let him throw one start.
Maybe two. Maybe two.
If he explodes, if he just explodes, okay, all right, back to the drawing board we go.
Four guys.
I know this is going to sound crazy. Maybe even three.
Maybe three. You never know. Guys will figure it out
before we pass judgment. I mean, we've seen three from Walker Buehler and
one
Germán
was
Marquez.
Spectacular.
We still really have no idea if either of them are good or not. They're terrible. They're great. They're somewhere in between. We don't even know yet.
Yeah.
So, we might have to show just a teeny tiny bit of patience here with the Padres pitching staff.
If you ask me, bet the house that Matt Waldron will finish the year in the rotation, I would not take that bet. I wouldn't, because I'm not an idiot. I think that would be a fool's errand right there.
When I saw him in the clubhouse yesterday, he looked very unbothered by the fact that everyone around him with the cameras and the microphones knows exactly why he was on the injured list.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me either. I think it would be hysterical.
You're okay?
Yeah, I would be talking about my hemorrhoid.
Well, you have no problem.
No, I have no
about
problem.
Everything.
No,
not everybody is like you.
I would be like, what do you guys want to know? Yeah, it was awful. Blah, 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 blah.
No one asked any questions, though.
That's good. It's over.
Yeah. No one asked him about the Dude Wipes endorsement or anything like that.
How's your, anus? It's good. It's good. Everything's fine.
Thanks for asking.
Everything's fine with downstairs.
How's yours?
How you do it?
That would be funny.
That would have been. Yeah, you should have asked. I'm so glad you didn't ask that question. So how's the?
I asked no questions.
How is it? You asked no questions.
You were allowed to not ask any questions in those scrums as well. You can just record the answers.
Just
I do that
sit in there and
listen. Listen. In fact, when actually Matt Waldron was there, I realized my battery had died and I needed a new one. I didn't even.
You had to switch it out.
I didn't even raise the camera. I just listened and stood there.
Good for you. Let's spin it, Paulie.
Let's traffic, Paulie. And then we can spin it, Paulie, on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This report is brought to you by the Caltrans Stormwater Program. Visit cleanwaterca.com. Got a bit of a mess both ways on the 805 northbound. Right at the 52, there's an accident off on the right shoulder, but now there's a debris spill on the southbound side of the 805 right at the connector for the 52. So that's going to slow you down just a bit. And then watch out for a crash on the 94 eastbound at Massachusetts Avenue.
Welcome to Trash Talk. Our guest, Chip Bag. What's up, Chip?
Been on the road a lot.
That's not where you belong.
Right, because then litter gets in our waterways.
Let's change this.
Put me in the bin. That is where I belong. Visit cleanwaterca.com.
From the Caltrans Stormwater Program.
Today's topic wheel asks, what is something that you secretly judge people for?
Very judgy. Secretly.
Like in your head to yourself.
Spelling and grammar.
Oh, I'm not even secretive about it. It's like my go-to on Twitter with Dodger fans. I'm like, nice spelling, moron. I mean, there's nothing secret about it.
You can tell the difference between a typo,
a quick text, because I'll make typos
I
in
do
quick
too
text.
all the time,
right?
And someone who really doesn't know how a word is supposed to be spelled or used.
There's a couple words that have been instant turnoffs with women for me over the years.
I mean, it doesn't make you a bad person,
no,
not to know that word, but it's hard for me not to at least have a visceral reaction going.
It's good when you hear how they treat waiters.
That's
servers.
That's one that that's not even something you should hide.
You should speak
if someone
up.
doesn't treat a server well, like you should probably speak up about that.
The way they chew their food, that's a really good one.
I was gonna say, I think I secretly judge people sometimes, like in the grocery store aisles. There's
for what they get? Oh no, I have to.
Have you never done?
Well, what are you?
Bro,
what are you judging them for?
It's just like that's weird. Like there's parts of the grocery store like aisles where I'm like, I've never taken anything from that whole section.
Yeah.
And they're in there like digging around,
rooting around.
What the hell?
I'll admit, I get a little mad when someone checks out and everything they have is healthy. Like there's nothing junk food because I feel like they're just
you're judging them for that.
I feel like they're trying to make the rest of us feel bad. Like you don't have a single item of junk food in your entire cart. Like
you get mad at them for being healthy.
Yes, I do. I like. Can't you just be a normal person like the rest of us? Grab a box of Oreos.
Yeah.
Grab some Captain Crunch. Just something that tells me that you enjoy
a soul.
Yes, exactly. And it's not simply all vegetables and granola and everything that's healthy and good that you're eating.
I don't think granola is all that healthy. That's true. So
I think we like to think it is.
Almond milk.
Right. No, I'm with you. I usually go the other way. If I see it's so hard because being a parent is like the hardest thing ever. And it's hard to judge parenting, but I do. I'm guilty. I've judged it before,
Garay says when people don't put shopping carts back into
that's garbage.
The spot.
Man. That's garbage.
Yeah.
It's that one I've been heard described as the true test of whether you belong in civilized society because there's no punishment if you don't. No one issues you a ticket. You're not banned from the supermarket. Yeah. There's no one forcing you to do it. But if you don't do it, you're not a good person.
I do hate Cole says yesterday I had 2 tall cans, so 2 cans of beer, ground beef, and a singular hamburger bun. LOL. The guy behind me was like, well, this guy's divorced for sure. First of all, if I'm at the store, you can look at my cart. I mean, do not comment on my cart. I've had
hamburger.
Yeah, where do you buy a
Is this in the bakery where you're like pulling one out as opposed to a bag of buns?
That's it. I have had. I don't even like when I'm going through and the lady's like, ooh, you making some chili? I'm like,
don't talk
why
to
don't
me.
you mind your business right now? Don't worry about what I'm making. Ooh, pot roast night tonight. Pipe down. Just kidding.
And you just tell the whole world.
We don't need to talk about my menu tonight.
Here's my wife's phone number. You want to call her too and let her know?
It's so good. It's so good. I love it. Yeah, don't look in my grocery cart. Let's just keep it. They should actually have.
What do you work here or something?
They should have like a little sleeve over it.
It's more like the TSA conveyor belt where it goes.
Yes.
It goes in.
And you don't see it, and it comes out in the bag. Yeah, it's hard. We're all judgy. I'm as guilty as the next. Got one more.
Jordan says I used to manage hotels. I judge the guy who throws his credit card on the counter while on the cell phone.
I've been there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Sometimes we're busy.
Because he's a diamond member. I've never been a diamond member. Sorry about that.
This should be an easy one for all of us. What is something that should be simpler than it is? I've said before, for whatever reason, replacing windshield wipers
can't do it, man.
Is like a headache and a half for me.
Spins me out. I've tried it.
I can't ever clip it back on the way it came off, and then I'm like,
that's tough.
As soon as I use the wipers, I feel like one's gonna go flying off. I usually wait until I'm like, oh, my wipers are done. Yeah, I should probably get an oil change anyways, and just full service.
It's a good one here. Instruction manuals. They've really gone to lately with instruction manuals. I've put together a lot of stuff for my kids. They've gone to the picture move instead of the word. Give me both. I need the detailed explanation and the picture of what it should look like when it's done. Don't just show me a picture with a little arrow, that circles in. I'm like, what? What does that mean?
If you get something from like IKEA, because you're right, it's all pictures.
It's all pictures.
But at least like sometimes you'll open up, a bookcase or something that you have to assemble, and they'll have like little stickers that say like 3, 5,
4,
7, and you're able to this is clearly for this piece. Other times you're like, that shelf kind of looks like this
that
sideboard.
I know.
Like, I don't want to start with the wrong one and then screw the whole thing
But
up.
sometimes when you finally figure out what it is that makes it different, like, okay, there's this rectangle and this rectangle.
Right.
I can't tell. And then finally realize, oh, there's a notch in this one. This is the right one.
Yeah.
I've got it. I figured it out.
I can't tell you any things I've put together with the wrong way facing outward. But it's like, all right. Nobody's really going to see that anyway.
It's the back of the desk.
It's the back of the desk.
No one cares.
I hate it. Yeah, health insurance should be simpler.
Watching television should be simpler than it's become.
Watching baseball should be simpler.
It's become very complicated.
It has.
I'm not that if I know what I want to watch, I can
good.
find it. What is hard now is not knowing something's on.
Correct.
Like last night, did you know that the NBA playoff games, the play-in games, were on Amazon Prime?
No idea.
Did you know that Amazon Prime went out in the middle of overtime, like in the final minute?
Maybe we iron out some of these, technical glitches before we broadcast important games on television.
This is kind of cool. Just got a tweet from Turner Sports. Says, can we show my grandpa some love on his day as well? Johnny Ritchie Day in San Diego, who broke the color barrier for the Padres in 1948. Go Pods. And he said, it's today. They always do it on Jackie Robinson.
West Coast, AAA, Johnny Ritchie,
awesome.
the barrier breaker, just like Jackie Robinson was.
Shout out.
On this day, it is Jackie Robinson Day.
Thanks for reminding us.
All your favorite players will wear number 42. Maybe that unlocks Fernando Tatis Jr. tonight for a couple of home runs.
I would love it.
We will talk about it tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. That is it for us. Braden and Frank coming up next. For executive producer Paul Reindl. For Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins, brought to you broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.